Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Very, very happy to have you for a truly amazing day where Chester finds out exactly what family members have done in their life because he doesn't pay attention. But nevertheless, happy to have you all here. Hopefully, everything's going well. Today's a little bit of a gloomy day, but I do have a hot cup of coffee and I'm sitting here with friends, which is always good.
Mhm.
So please go over to the channel, hit that like, share button. Let everybody know we are on this week, which I will do right now. And I will say hello, Amy.
Hi, good to see you. Glad to know you're doing all right. We all missed you for sure.
hmm Well, I'm fine. I'm doing just fine. No problem whatsoever. Last week was
Okay.
only a problem because I was an idiot. So it's no one's fault
No.
but my own. Yeah. But yo yo yo,
Understandable.
Doug says from Blue Moon Cartoons. So Blue Moon, what are you going to do? You got to be
Doug,
respectful to family members here, brother? Maybe,
of course.
probably not.
She's
But
not an
I
anime
am actually
character,
going to go
so.
through the filmography of Jennifer, and because I
Mhm.
don't, I kind of imagine I probably have seen hardly any of her stuff. Uh,
What?
yeah, I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure, so I'm going to go check it. And I should do that
Right.
right now. We could do it together. Would you like to? Let's do it together.
Yes,
Yeah,
let's do that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
we could do that, and we give time for other people to drop in here. So let me
Mhm.
go over here and let me do this. And then let me do that. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah. And let me go ahead and bring it up in full screen for you guys here. She and I are exactly the same age. Um,
Mhm.
Oddly enough, I think I've aged better than her, which is
What's
weird.
your eyebrow situation though? Because hers are they're out there. There's some thick
They are
eyebrows. You got
serious.
the
Mine
thick
are far
eyebrows
more
too.
wispy. Um,
Yeah.
her mom is a dark hair, right?
Mhm.
Where a lot of my family's quite blonde, like I am. I'm a dirty
Mhm.
blonde, but we have a lot of blondes. So I have very wispy, uh, you know, light colored eyebrows. So yeah, but it is pretty severe. But no, I mean, I don't. She doesn't look like she's done a ton of surgery on herself. At least not surgery that shows so
Mhm.
horribly. But yeah, I don't know why, but I aged well. But I have my skin is
Mhm.
super pristine. I don't know why,
Ah,
but the ladies here in Japan call me Tamago-chan, which means egg boy. And they
egg
say,
boy.
well, my skin is like an eggshell, they say. It's super clean.
Oh.
Her skin is, wrinkly and stuff. I don't really have that yet. We're the same age, though. Keep in mind, I think she's actually a couple months older than me. But basically same age. We have very similar eyes, though. I never noticed that before. My eyes are basically the same as hers. Huh. I never paid attention
Hmm.
in that. But she still looks good, though.
Your
She still
family.
looks good.
There
Good
she
for her. And
is.
she's married to a pretty cool dude, I hope. You know,
Hey, seems like
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Oh, I
seems
hope
like it. So
so.
let's take a look here. What do we
You
got?
want people.
Yeah, well, no, I hope she's happy.
So,
I mean, of course,
of
for
course.
sure. But Tales of the Unexpected, never even heard of it.
No.
Yeah, I wonder if
A
that's a
TV series
Canadian
in 1982.
production. Well, because I only saw her in the summers and on family holidays, right? Because she grew up in New York.
Sure.
So this might well be a Canadian thing. It's possible, right?
Oh,
Duran
okay. So,
Duran, she
yeah.
was in that in a video as some background member. Once Upon a Time in America sounds familiar, but I don't recall. I did see Phenomena.
Do,
It's an
do, do, do,
Italian
do.
film and it's very bizarre. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Never heard of this. 7 Minutes to
Mhm.
Heaven, never heard of it. Labyrinth, of course, everyone in
Yeah.
my family was quite excited about that. Don't know this.
Muppets.
I like Joe Satriani, but I never saw that. Ballet, don't know it. Hotspot, Career Opportunity, no idea.
Music.
Rocketeer, I know this one. So we got
Rocketeer.
two.
Yeah.
We got
Mhm.
two. No, three. There's three so far I've seen. Don't know this. Don't know that. Don't know this one. No clue. Falls. No. Was there one called Mulholland Drive?
I
I'm not
don't
sure.
know.
There was,
Is,
and or L.A.
is that a,
Confidential, I think, is what I'm thinking of. Yeah, no, I don't know
Yeah.
this
is
one.
that a movie or are some of these music videos or?
I don't know, but she's certainly into it now. She's already a name by the mid '90s.
Oh,
This is a
okay.
decade have passed. Don't know it. Don't know it. Requiem for a Dream. Don't know. Dark City. I know. There's four. Pollock. Never heard of it. Beautiful Mind. I've heard
I
it.
think
Never
it's
saw it.
Pollock.
Pollock. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. That guy.
Mhm.
All right. Never seen
Beautiful
it.
Mind's really good.
Yeah. I just never saw it. Hulk. I saw. So there's five.
Yeah, that
All
wasn't a
right.
good movie though.
No, but I had a couple. Well,
She
no, maybe
she
you're
was
right.
probably
That
fine
was the
in
Ang
it.
Lee one.
Okay, Day of the Herd. Oh yeah, yeah. I remember the remake of the Day of the Earth Stood Still. She was in that, so that's
Yeah.
six. Okay, I saw nine. I didn't know she
Why
voiced
does
in that. That was good.
Inkheart
So
sound
seven.
familiar?
It does, doesn't it?
Right,
Yeah.
I don't know how though.
So yeah, no, I saw that one.
I forgot about her
Alita
being in that one.
saw that one. Maverick
Hmm.
saw that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've seen 10 of her films. She's made 55. Um, not very good. About 18%,
Is that
17%.
bad?
Yeah, well, I mean, she
That's a
makes
lot
a
of
lot of
movies.
stuff I wouldn't watch. I mean, yeah, it's pretty good.
Hmm.
It's not really on the epic level though. We got some people that are just ridiculous, like Gene Hackman. I mean, how many? He just died. Safe journey, sir.
Well,
Hmm.
he apparently died a while ago because they said the bodies were partially mummified.
Yeah, we'll see. That's one of those things
Right?
I think I'm going to be patient on,
Yeah.
because we'll see how that turned out because it is a little bit weird. So just wait. Let's see how many movies he's got though. Only 101. Huh.
Oh, only?
Well, no,
That sounds
I
like
really
plenty.
well, like Christopher Lee's been in what 500 films, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
I think what was it they said was in like the most films? Was it John Wayne? Or it was one of the
uh,
actors like that that was in the old westerns like back in the
yeah, I
day. And
don't
I
think
think
it's
they said
John
they were in
Wayne.
like
I don't know. I don't
it
know.
might be
I don't
someone
know
else.
who what that. I can check it though. But I thought he had more. But Gene Hackman, of course, there's so many amazing films from Gene Hackman. But anyway, it doesn't matter. She definitely has a filmography, and people
Mm,
enjoy it. 50 films is pretty good. And there's some voice and TV in there as well. I've seen 10 of her things, more than I thought actually.
yep.
And I should check out Beautiful
Beautiful
Mind
mind.
because I do like me some Russell Crowe, although he does irritate the hell out of me at the same time.
Uh, it is a very good
So
movie.
I
Yeah.
guess more than one thing can be true.
Who has been in the most movies? Do I need the question mark?
Oh,
No.
Brendan Fraser was in Inkheart too.
Yeah, Brendan's pretty good.
Thought
I
that, but I
like him.
still don't think I've seen it.
Richard Ryle, 406 movie
Richard.
films. They
Whoa!
probably have a list here because I know Christopher Lee is very high in it. Eric
It was like
Roberts,
third.
326 movies. That guy wasn't American, I guess. David, of course, not David, but John Carradine. Danny Trejo, that
No!
makes sense. Yeah. Christopher,
True!
there we go. Uh, Richard Ryle. Oh, this guy. Oh, yeah.
What a happy face.
Yeah, he's a character actor. He's in a bunch of stuff. Most of the, a lot of, you're going to see a lot of character actor. Mickey Rooney, the little bastard.
Mm,
Yep.
oh
hmm
dear.
Jackie Chan, it makes sense. How many Jackie been in?
Mhm.
100, what is
You
it here?
remember when
101.
you remember when Mickey Rooney played Jackie Chan at in Breakfast
What?
at
That sounds
Tiffany's?
amazing.
Did he? Oh no, he did. Yeah, you're right. He did. You're right. Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Seriously?
He plays a Chinaman. It's these days he would be canceled for like 1,000 times over. Anthony Quinn, of course.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Ernest Borgnine. Oh, good old Ernest. He's in so many good
Hmm.
things. James Hong. Sorry. Yeah, he's in a ton of stuff too. One of my favorite of his is, of
Great
course,
voice.
Big Trouble in Little China. Kurt
yeah.
Russell.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Donald, yeah, Donald Sutherland. He did a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, he was
Samuel L. Jackson.
great in
That's
Pride and
true.
Prejudice.
What?
He was great in Pride and Prejudice.
Oh
I'm a
yeah.
little lost. Is this all of Jennifer Connelly's exes? What are we looking
No,
at
no,
now?
no.
These are
I was surprised
Hmm.
by how few films she's been in. I thought she had been in more. She's only done 55. I've only seen 10 of them.
Ah,
Went to check Gene Hackman because I figured he's probably in a couple hundred. No, he's only been in 100. So I was like, who's done the most here? And of course, we're just looking through the top lists. Sam has been in a lot of
oh, gotcha,
movies.
gotcha.
Michael Caine, yeah, I love Michael Caine.
Mm.
Uh,
Michael
uh,
Caine.
Ray Milland, Danny Glover. Yeah, that's interesting. I would have never guessed that. Christopher Plummer, he's awesome. George Kennedy, yep, he's great. Susan Sarandon. Do I know her?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you
Name
probably do.
before.
I
You
don't.
should know her.
What would I know her from?
Where is it?
Married
Well,
to
it
Tim
probably
Robin.
says.
That doesn't.
Bull Durham.
Freaking
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, yeah, Rocky Horror
Yeah,
Picture
Rocky
Show.
Horror.
She was in Rocky Horror
Oh,
Picture Show.
that's right.
Yeah,
She
she was
played the. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Just she's old. Damn, she didn't
Yeah.
She's
age
now
well.
insufferable too.
Oh, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but boy, she aged badly, dude.
And
Damn. Oh well.
Thelma and Louise.
Oh, someone.
I never saw that. Robert Duvall. He's a pretty good actor, but boy, he's put on some age there.
I think he's
Betty
dead.
Davis, of course. Now that was a hardcore bitch, dude. No, this lady was mean, notoriously mean.
Oh my goodness.
Robert
Whoa.
Loggia. Of course, he's in a ton of stuff too. I probably didn't pronounce that. Ernie Hudson. I didn't know that. That's cool. I like Ernie. He's one of the
Oh.
guys you just instantly, Ernie. We like him. 87 film credits. So now, why isn't Gene Hackman before you, seeing as we saw he had 101? Anthony Hopkins, and it's not enough. There should have been 400 movies with Sir Anthony Hopkins. Thank you very much. James Earl Jones, Eli Walsh, or Wallach. He's in it.
Wallach.
Yeah.
Wallach?
Nah, he's only in one movie, really. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Only one?
Well, it's the only one.
Oh,
he needs.
okay.
It's the only one he needs. Interesting.
That is a heck of a
But
movie
yeah,
to
no,
be in.
Jen's done a bunch of movies. I've only seen 10 of them though, and those are the standard ones. And she was a producer on one as well, which I've never heard
Really?
of. But she does tend to do the kind of romantic drama stuff, so it is what it is. But nevertheless, I think it is time to kazoo, and I guess I was supposed to say 867953009.
09.
That one.
You
Yeah.
don't even know the numbers.
Go.
You're a disgrace to the 80s.
Thank you. There's no kazoo here, Jeff.
309.
Yeah.
Where does he have anything?
Jenny.
He's
He chose
having
that
an
because
interview
it's
for his
Jenny.
book.
Now what was that?
Jenny.
What was that comedy?
I haven't-
That's funny. What was that comedy horror that also had a phone number in it?
Transylvania 65000.
Oh yeah, Transylvania 65000. That was great. I love that one.
With the young Gina Davis, who was also in Thelma and Louise.
Yeah.
The hit girl power movie of
I never seen
1990
it.
something.
Yeah, I heard of it. There was some car going off a cliff, and I was like, "Good riddance."
Wait, a car.
The only thing I can think of when I saw that, I actually thought that was the one about the J-Tow bottle. I don't know if you've ever seen that, where they put a J-Tow bottle on a car and launched off a cliff. And I thought that would be really cool. And the movie wasn't about that at all, and I'm sad.
No, I have no idea what it's about. But like I said, there's a lot of movies I haven't seen. There's a lot I have too. It just depends on the genre. Like horror, sci-fi, fantasy, I go all day on Trivial Pursuit, right?
There you go.
Romance,
I mean,
drama,
there's so many
comedy.
movies out there.
Yeah, there are thousands. Yeah.
So is Jenny going to be
how do you
joining
like
us tonight?
Of course not.
Oh.
I haven't spoken to her in 40 years, dude.
Then you talk to your
Hold on.
cousin.
Why would I?
Honey, they want you to come on camera.
Honestly, I
She doesn't
haven't.
want to come.
I haven't hardly spoken to any of my family in the past 30 years, really.
What'd you do?
No, nothing. It's just rare. Occasionally on Skype or something like that. And now that my mom has
It's nice
passed
though.
away, men,
Mm.
we're,
She kind of kept the family together.
well, we don't chat
It's usually like,
online,
Yeah,
mm,
I concur.
Yeah.
someone said about they're thinking of doing a kind of like a real life like podcast where it's like a free form conversation, but there's no like streaming necessarily involved, and you could have food or something at the occasion too. And so, do you think something like that would work? I'm like, like you literally just described hanging out. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's literally called
yeah.
hanging out,
Oh.
And dudes will hang out, but we're not big on phone communication or letter writing or I don't know, we're just not good at that.
In fact, when we do
Hmm.
hang out, we don't always even just talk the whole time either. Like sometimes we're just there in silence.
That's true.
That's
Yeah,
true.
no
Yeah.
problem. Yeah.
Alchemy. It's like
Yeah.
you have to be doing something. Like do a car, just do something.
No.
Like
No.
engines.
An activity?
I haven't mailed anything, written or mailed anything in frickin' 35 years. I used to do
Really? Like cards and notes?
we had this thing, what were they called? It was kind of like a
Postcards?
Oh, sorry.
no, it was like a mud. You remember the old muds online, like
Pony
when
Mud.
early
Express?
years of muds? But it was before that, and it was you would mail in every month uh, that you would get a thing. Okay, this is what's happening in the dungeon or on the adventure, and you would
Yeah.
write out what you're going to fill out a sheet what you wanted to do, and you mail it in,
Mhm.
and every month you would play the game via mail. What was that called?
That sounds like fun. Did they like have a good
Well,
Pen pals.
And no, it had a name, but I did that for like 3 months, I think. And that's the last time I
was
ever
it like
wrote or mailed anything. That's what secretaries are for.
was that was that like you would write in an RPG or something like that, and then they'd like publish a little magazine and everybody got to see what happened?
Yeah, you got mailed what
Or
had happened the past month,
Mhm,
and you would it came with a sheet. You filled out the sheet of
mhm,
what your character was and what your character wanted to do. You mail it in, and
mhm.
then you get a response back saying what happened with your character, and then you fill out the sheet again, more information. You just kept doing that back and forth. It was kind of boring. It was lame. It was much better to sit at a table. That's why I stopped. That's the last
oh,
mailing I've ever did. So I guess
I
that
Hmm.
would
got
have been 1985. 86
wow.
is the last time I licked a stamp.
I
Do
think
they
they're
still have
all
stamps?
stickers.
Oh, yeah.
They do,
I
but
like
they're
the tram.
stickers.
Not the same.
Are they
They're
stickers
like
now?
69 cents now.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
they don't have the glue on the back.
They were
It's like a
cheap.
sticker, so you just
Well,
peel it off
you know
off
what
the
they
paper.
did here in Japan? They're just more sophisticated than we are. Instead of licking at the post office, there's a little like tray,
Punch?
and it has a
Mhm.
sponge in it that is
Oh, there
kept
you
damp
are.
throughout the day. And so they just damp it there and they put it on. Here I was licking things.
But
What?
we had like offices too. You would use those that like a sponge. You would put the hum on it so you could turn papers.
Yeah. I saw another little thing my wife used once, long, forever ago, decades ago. But it was in our office, and she had a little tray of water, and it was like a roll, like a mini, like a little mini paint roller, right? Little teeny thing. And she dipped it in there, rolled it off on kind of barely touching it on like a tissue, and then she did it on the
Mhm.
envelope. Didn't even have to lick it.
Amazing.
Amazing sophistication.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Someone figured it out. Like, there's got to be some way you can do this and not end up with like sticky fingers.
Well, the
Or
Japanese hate touching anything with their fingers. They literally like watching them eat is hilarious. Watching Japanese eat pizza or a chicken wing or a hamburger is literally just joyous fun. Sit back and enjoy, because they will eat
What?
those things with fork and chopsticks, or chopstick and knife or something like that. They never touch it. They
Hamburger?
literally
What?
carve their hamburger out and eat it with chopsticks. I am not kidding.
That's not possible.
It is. They
What?
don't like touching things. Now the younger generation has changed, but the older people,
Mhm.
like my age or older, definitely never. But watching someone eat a chicken wing with a pair of chopsticks is really funny.
Okay,
That seems like a okay.
Because they've
How would
adopted
you
a lot
do
of our
that?
food, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
But how
Do
did
they?
you KFC then?
I mean, they
Oh
eat it with
yeah.
chopsticks. They don't pick it up in their hands like we do.
Is it not fried chicken then? Is it like chicken nuggets?
No, it's normal chicken, but they just pick it up with a chopstick and chew on it. Yeah, no, seriously.
Okay.
Yeah. And they also won't like, for instance, it's normal for us to stand up and eat and chat. They'll never do that.
Hmm?
It's very,
Really?
very, very bad manner to stand and eat at the same time.
Hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I have no idea where that comes from, but it's a thing.
I guess because it means you're
I've
leaving. You're too busy to sit. Like that.
It's probably something more bizarre than that. Don't
Really?
lick the sponge. No, I won't. I certainly won't lick the sponge. That would be a bad idea.
Oh! Oh no!
Yeah, I thought
They
so,
might throw you out of
Doug.
the
There was
post
a
office.
Mulholland Drive. I thought there was. Dumbs and
Yeah,
Name
but
says,
that's with Naomi Watts, right? I know she was in it.
yeah, I'm wondering if I'm confusing that movie with L.A. Confidential, though. I've probably seen them both because probably my wife watched them. But I think my brain is confusing the two. Which one has a real hottie blonde in it?
You're talking about
LA
dang it.
Confidential.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, Mulholland Drive.
Nicole Kidman
Look,
was in
I
it.
mean,
It was LA Confidential. Nicole Kidman was in it, I think.
I remember there was a hot blonde, and it was set like in the 40s, maybe.
Kim
Yeah,
Basinger.
LA Con-
Kim
Kim
Basinger.
Basinger.
I mean,
Kim
Or was it Kim?
Basinger.
Yeah.
Really? I thought it was
Yeah.
Nicole Kidman.
No,
I
no,
don't
Kim
know.
Basinger.
I just
yeah.
remember it was a blonde.
No,
She
I remember
was
the
pretty
part.
smoking.
Yeah. It was
Naomi Watts
it was-
too. Not hard to look at.
No, that's always good. Except for these days, you're not allowed. Poor Daisy Ridley. She keeps trying to do stuff, and she just wants to work and be successful, but she seems to not
Yeah.
understand the concept. You were hired because you look like a boy. That's why they hired you.
Mhm.
And
Wow.
you weren't gonna tip the ship. So your acting was very mediocre. It's satisfactory, but mediocre. That's why they hired you. She doesn't understand
Which is
why she
standard
was
Star
hired.
Wars.
It is, but she
Hmm.
doesn't get it. So she keeps trying to be the leading lady, and she's really not.
Or she's a
She's
character.
not ugly. She's just not
No. But she was
anything
chosen because she
special.
looks like a boy. That's why she was
Yeah.
chosen. They even strapped down to the. She's not very large breasted, but they even strapped what she had down as tight as they could.
Yeah, it was like Boys Don't Cry. Remember that movie?
No.
It's about a chick disguised as a boy, and they strap her titties down so she can play soccer or whatever.
Yeah, I don't watch those kind of movies very much unless I'm with some woman.
It's like a classic '80s movie. It's like a classic.
Yeah, no, I just don't watch them. I was forced to watch Victoria.
Oh, I remember
Oh, I
that.
think we all had to watch that.
Yeah. I've seen pretty
Or
much
Tootsie?
every Tootsie. I never saw Tootsie. I saw 9 to 5 with Dolly, and I saw The Best Little Horror House in Texas with Dolly. I don't know why. But
Hmm.
it was probably just some
And
party
Burt
or
Reynolds.
something. Yeah, Burt Reynolds.
Someone
Yeah.
like Dolly Parton?
No,
Yep.
I don't usually watch those kind of things. But I know I've seen every Meg Ryan movie there is, and it was always on a date with a girl, and
Yeah.
it's weird. It's
To
weird.
go on a date
'Cause
with
You
a
don't like
girl?
Meg Ryan either?
No, it's fine. I just don't really care much about those movies, but it's weird because every Meg Ryan movie, I was on a first date with some girl.
Oh.
I can literally map the chronology of my dating life through Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan movies.
And when you got married, she retired from making movies, probably.
That's probably what
Yep.
happened. She knew the universe
She's
spoke
like,
to her.
my work here
Is
is
done.
done.
That's right. Well, dude, I met my
Good job,
wife
Chester.
dating another girl at a Meg Ryan movie, but she was playing so hard to get, I got sick of it. And there was another girl that was showing me eyes, the one I married. So I just gave up on her and started paying attention to the other girl. Like I said, married
It
her.
was meant to be.
Yeah. So I technically met her at a Meg Ryan movie too, even though I was
You did.
with another girl.
That's awesome.
Right. Well, I was
Yeah,
with
but,
another
you
girl,
know.
but she was in the group. So
What movie was it,
There's
Chester?
a-
Come on.
I don't remember.
I know the movie.
1995. Go look it up. I
You're-
couldn't tell
Okay.
you the name of any Meg Ryan movie, even though I've seen them all.
Video.
You wouldn't recognize it.
Something
Or
else.
Sleepless in Seattle.
I
that what it was?
didn't even pay attention. My whole time I was trying to get with this girl, and she was just not having it.
So sad.
Not really. I ended up meeting my wife, and that was the right choice anyway.
That is.
Yep.
So,
It worked out the way it was supposed to.
It did. Yeah. It's all good. We got a Labyrinth here. That's one of the movies I have seen, Alan.
That one's
Yeah,
got some
it's-
beautiful puppets in it.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
turns
I
out I've
feel
only
like I
seen her in
had-
10 movies. Yeah.
Our boy Edgar's is doing a remake apparently.
Of Labyrinth. Yeah. I haven't seen Nosferatu yet. It hasn't been
What if?
available here in Japan yet, or on the finished databases either. So it must be banging in the theaters because it hasn't
It's
come on
on,
Blu-ray yet.
Paramount Plus right now.
Is it? No, then it should be coming soon because usually they don't.
I think this week.
Oh, good. Yeah, because it doesn't get on the finished database unless it's like on a Blu-ray,
Mhm.
right?
Okay. Yeah,
So I've been waiting. They usually come over real quick, but this one must have had legs in the theater.
It does. Evidently, it's supposed to be good. Actually, as in
Yeah.
good enough that my daughter actually talked about it. Which usually she's sort of like meh about a lot of movies. They're okay, but it's just
Which
for
movie?
fun. Friends. She actually loved Nosferatu, so I'm almost tempted to actually go see it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Eggers is weird. I mean, his movies are always good, but they're not what you think they're going to be.
Mhm.
They're odd and not at all what you imagine it would be, but yet it's still good. I think the most generic movie thing he made was The Witch. And that was bizarre. Yeah, Eggers is good. He's one of those real actual director guys, movie maker. A lot of the directors we have are just paint by number dudes and dudettes, which can be fun.
Yeah. You can still, I guess, make a decent kind of popcorn flick with that.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Sure.
Victoria at least is funny-ish. Yeah, I mean, it was okay. When I do watch dramas, I tend not to hate them. I just I'm not motivated toward it.
Right.
Unless it's just an amazing actor. Like I've seen a lot of Anthony Hopkins stuff, and they're mostly dramas. But it's like, how do you not watch an Anthony Hopkins movie? I mean, come on.
Okay. Your favorite? Which one's your favorite then?
Oh, The Last Indian. Yeah, without question.
Really?
But that dude's been chewing scenery for literally 50, 60 years. I mean, Anthony, it's just ridiculous. He was even when you have very old. There was like an old war movie. It must have been the 70s. Came out. And he was chewing scenery there too, man. Always awesome. Kind of like Patrick Stewart.
Just
I mean,
selling it.
well, Patrick Stewart is a woke dick. But damn,
But he's a good actor. Yeah.
he's really good. I still love his performance in the original Dune, man. So good. We got Rocketeer, we got Labyrinths. Very nice. So I'm kind of wondering what Amy's going to give us here.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering too. I'm trying to go over some of the other ones and just see what the other characters or others are like. I think there was Inkheart, and it also
And
mentioned
Excalibur came out too.
I think it was one of the Battle Angel movies.
Alita, she's in that. The thing is, the stuff I've seen, I don't know the other movies, but most everything I've seen, she's not a leading lady. She's a supporting
Mm,
actress, is what she seems to
right.
do. There must be a couple of there in there she was leading, but I've never seen them. But
Well,
yeah,
hope then.
she's a supporting actress, and she does a pretty good job in
Ah.
the things I've seen. I think the best thing I saw her in that I liked was
Hmm?
either Dark City or Labyrinth.
I'd
So
say
Okay.
Labyrinth. Most people point to.
Labyrinth is, yeah, I mean, that is one of the great movies, right?
it
So it's
is,
kind
but
of.
it's all David Bowie though. But she
Mm,
does have a bigger part in
Muppets.
that because
Yeah,
Muppets. I don't know anything about Muppets. I didn't see any Muppets.
They're full of,
yeah,
full of
Oh, the
Muppets.
Muppets
Oh, no?
in the Labyrinth. Oh, I see. Jim Henson. Yeah.
yeah.
Um.
But
Yeah. Dark City. She's hardly in that though, huh?
I don't
It's
know.
mainly
Emma
that dude.
Murdoch?
What do you say?
She's
That
in. He's
dude.
just not that into you.
Dark City was Dark City has the pre-Matrix.
Yeah. No, Dark City's great. It's a good fun movie. I like it. I just was sitting here thinking about it, and she's not in the movie very much. It's mainly the guy who is a kind of weird looking dude that you wouldn't think would make it in Hollywood, but he's really good in that role. Um, but
Hmm.
yeah, she's hardly in that movie.
It's
She's
like an
in.
English movie, isn't it?
I'm not sure. But she did a lot of European stuff. The Labyrinth, no, excuse me, Phenomena, is I didn't
Phenomenal.
see it until way later, but that was one of her very early films, and that's of course a Argento movie, right? It's
Hmm.
Italian. I think it's an Argento.
Ah. Well, she played Betty Ross in the Hulk movie. I guess
She
that's
did.
a leading
Yeah,
right
but
lady.
Yeah, but
that was the Shrek Hulk movie.
once again, she's hardly in it. She's in the
Really? Oh,
Rocketeer.
okay.
She's in the Rocketeer a fair amount.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I just watched that a couple weeks ago.
yeah.
Did you? How was it?
I like it. It was. I hadn't seen it all the way through in a long, long time. So I sat down and watched the whole thing and really enjoyed
Yeah.
it.
Well, she's hardly
Nice.
in Alita. She's fine where she
Hmm.
is, but she's not really forefront in many in the movies I've seen her in. She's got,
Hmm.
like I said, 4 to 5 times the movies I've seen she's made, so I don't know.
She's barely in Maverick.
Barely, yeah. She
She's barely in
she
this.
is in Labyrinth, of course, from the whole thing. It's basically Sarah is the one
Mhm.
moving through the adventure, right?
Well,
Right.
to be fair,
Rocketeer,
I think. Well,
yep,
this is me being honest. Most of the time, for most artists, especially actors and actresses, especially because we have
Mhm.
a short lifespan when it comes down to, you have maybe 10 to 15 good years maximum. And then you start getting cast as somebody's mom or you're in a smaller role. Very few actresses will actually age into those roles that men will age to. So getting one good movie where people say, that's Jenifer Connelly, that's who she is. Labyrinth is probably it. I think that's her iconic
probably
movie because
is.
that's what I
Mhm.
think, and it's actually a great legacy. If you're going to point to something
Sure,
and
why
go, "Hey,
not? Yeah,
yeah,
but
it'll."
yeah, because I'm looking
Yeah.
through here and she's hardly in any of the movies I've seen actually. Although I have to say, if you average up these numbers, her average for her movies is like around 6.8.
So
Yeah,
bad. She's yeah. She's
So
good in whatever she's in.
yeah, these movies all work. But
Mhm.
like I said, there's a bunch of stuff here I haven't seen, and I would assume some of this
Well,
she's the leading role. I would assume she got a shot here or there.
Mm.
it's
Doing
the
the
movie
research
that
on it might be a little difficult.
I don't know if it's from early '90s or late '80s, but it's the one that gets memed into oblivion. To her on the horse, on the mechanical horse.
I have no idea.
really.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's like early.
set in
It's her
a
early.
yeah, set in a
They
bloody
have
shopping mall or some
I think
shit.
it's career. Maybe it's career opportunities.
I have no
It
idea. I
might
haven't
be. I
seen
don't
one.
know what it's from either. Yeah, that looks like it. I'm looking at the poster, and she's in the little white tank top. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that could be it.
That dress from that movie, though. Holy smokes, that's beautiful.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's a pretty girl, so you know. But she can also do the job. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
she's a pretty solid character actor, I'd say. I haven't seen her do anything that blows me away, but then again, most actors or actresses don't. They just
There still has to
suffice.
be a script,
Yeah,
right?
but
I mean,
that's why there's a difference between a leading man or leading lady. That is successful. They bring that je ne sais quoi that catches our attention, right?
mm,
Booster is salivating. But yeah, Roy Orbison. I never liked his voice, but boy, was he a big hit.
Yeah, he was huge.
Yeah.
Didn't like Roy's voice.
No, never
Love Roy
cared for it.
Orbison.
His falsetto is not good. But then again, these
who's the best
days,
falsetto?
the best falsetto,
Hmm?
Steve Perry.
Okay.
Yeah, Steve Perry or who's the Iron Maiden guy? Why am I forgetting
And
blanking on him?
Uh,
not Dave Mustaine. That's
No, that's Slayer.
Megadeth.
Um,
Or Slayer.
no, well I can't remember her name for some reason. Iron Maiden guy's falsetto
so,
is pretty amazing. But
Oh, what's his name?
yeah,
It's
no,
killing me.
Rob,
not Liefeld.
someone finish it. Definitely not. Uh, Rob,
Uh,
damn it.
from Iron Maiden?
Chat,
Does
help me
anybody
out.
have Google?
No, Bruce Dickinson, yeah, but the thing, Bruce does have a nice falsetto, Doug, but Bruce also, his falsetto is way higher, starts way higher than you think it does. So he's just awesome. He's like God level, Bruce Dickinson, right? We're talking about falsetto in general. I'd say Steve
Mm,
Perry, I think. Steve Perry is just ridiculous, man. Because you can see the shift between his standard voice and his falsetto, where someone like Bruce, you can't even tell he switched hardly. That's actually
mm,
something that I always been able to do. Yeah, I'm nowhere near the same conversation. I'm not a great singer, but I've always been able to shift from my normal voice falsetto without any noticeable shift. It just it flows as if I wasn't
nice.
doing it. I don't know. Maybe you're just born that way. But Steve Perry, it doesn't. You can see when he shifts in his falsetto, but when he's in
Mm.
falsetto, it's just heaven, right? And who's
Nice.
that Tesla guy? The guy from Tesla, he had a great
Elon
falsetto too.
Musk?
No, definitely not.
Elon
Yeah,
Musk.
yeah. Wow.
More than words.
Yeah, his falsetto was beautiful though, dude.
Mm,
Yeah. Rob Halford, thank you. God, Judas Priest. What am I? Did I say Iron Maiden? Thank you, Doug, for helping me all around because we are spirit animals together, if that's a thing.
there you go.
Thank you, Rob
He's
Halford.
your spirit animal.
Well, Rob Halford is an amazing vocalist, and his falsetto is like I don't even know. It's way beyond double C. um, or I mean triple C. I don't even know where he's at. Is he an A maybe a B? It's insane. That little dude who took over
Mm.
for him during the hiatus. Um, I can't remember his name, but that guy was even more insane with his falsetto. I
Dio
know,
is
shame. I admonish me, Doug. Admonish me. For
Cute.
sure. But
Ronnie James Dio.
yeah, but how often did Ronnie actually go into faults though?
Uh, when he was in Rainbow, the
Oh
only thing I
yeah.
can think of.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Oh, Jiminy's here. Hey, Jiminy, you got to do a draw along today
Hi.
for Jenny? You should.
Huh. And of course, you're
No,
welcome to
no, they're
jump on
not,
if you like.
Joshua. They're most certainly not. I've got to tell everybody today is G-rated. Yeah, Ripper Owen, Doug. Yeah, Ripper. That dude. No, it's they made a movie about him. That whole situation with Rob Halford and of course Ripper Owen coming in. It's called Rockstar with Marky Mark in it. And it's a great movie, great original music in it, by the way. It's a really good movie. The music's killer. But that Ripper Owen guy, it's kind of unfortunate. He got himself in the situation of stepping in the shoes of Rob Halford for a bit, because that
Mm.
dude was banging, man, banging. And it kind of killed himself, really. Unfortunately, I don't know. But if you go listen to Ripper Owen fronting Judas Priest, it's insane.
Marky Mark.
Did he
So
go on
it's all
to?
good.
Ooh,
Yeah, no,
did he go on to
I
sing
like
anything
Marky
else?
Mark.
Or?
Yeah, no, that's the thing. I haven't really
Mm.
seen him do anything else of any note,
Mm.
anyway. But people give Marky
Mm.
Mark a hard time all the time. I don't know why. I like Marky. He's fun. He gets it done, dude. He gets it done.
Mm-hmm.
His
There's
acting,
something to be said for that.
he's the same character in every movie.
Oh yeah. Like most every
Yeah.
actor out there,
Oh.
Yeah,
right?
not all of them, but a lot of them. Well, Tom Cruise is
Like
too.
every actor.
Yeah. Now you have
Nick
some people who are
Samuel
really good.
Jackson, Bruce
Yeah,
Willis.
yeah. They're always the same. Yeah. There's some actors like say an Anthony Hopkins
But they
that
get
can
hired
be different.
because of
They do. You're right. You're right.
they get hired for that people though.
Mhm. They do, and they make money. Like Tom Cruise is always Tom Cruise, but we love Tom Cruise. So, but actually, I don't know why this conversation has brought up the memory of Boney M in my head
What?
Who?
and how much I loathed him.
I don't know
Oh
who that is.
dear.
Boney M was I think it was an American, but he was made successful in Europe. He was a singer, well, I wouldn't call him that. But he had these
Air
three
quotes.
black ladies. They looked quite African, actually, not American, actual African blacks, and they were fine.
Rasputin.
Yeah, Rasputin is their big hit, but they did every song sound identical to each other. I mean, really identical. And all Boney would do is stand up there, dance really badly, and he would say something, like, then she said, and then the girls would do a cool little chorus or a bridge line, and then he'd say,
Mhm.
"Ooh, baby," and that's it. He spoke a couple of words
Oh
here or
boy.
there, and then it just bounced around like
I want to say
an idiot.
learned that he was responsible for Nilly Vanilli too.
Was he? Yeah.
Jiminy!
What?
Is there a Jiminy here?
Hey.
No, there is a Jiminy,
Yes,
and he's
there's.
muted. It's been
Oh
a
my God.
while.
Did I mention Jiminy Cricket did both of my recent books? The covers for
And
my
a
books?
You did. Yeah.
I came in accidentally.
No,
Oh,
you
you
didn't.
say?
No, fate brought you in, sir. Fate.
That's right.
Oh, and by the way, did I mention Jiminy?
Yay!
Yeah. Thanks, yeah.
Now we can
Yeah.
get started.
We sang
I
eight
wondered where you
eight six
were.
7 5 9 0 3 2 something like that.
675-309.
It's nothing.
Uh,
You need to turn up your volume.
yeah, can you hear me now?
I hear you just fine.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't been online for a while, so.
Have you
Have
been
you?
busy with something?
Yeah, and also I'm not kind of
Oh,
that's
that's
shallow,
okay.
so I try not to let people hear me outside of just texting too much.
Why? We've heard you for years.
I know, but if I stop streaming for a while, then I sort of get out of that mindset, and so I go back into hermit mode.
Oh, I see. I see.
Oh.
Well,
We're glad
I'm
you
talking
came to
about
see
how
us.
horrible Boney M was.
Boney M, who's that?
Yeah. Now
It's
I like.
horrible,
Boney-
apparently.
Yeah.
Who's Boney M?
He was this kind of. I think it was America, but he was.
Rasputin song.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was big in Europe.
It was, and Daddy Cool was another one Doug mentions over here. He just he was so horrible. The girls were fine. his little 3 backup singers, they were fine.
Oh, sure.
Well, they I actually enjoyed them, but he's such an idiot. I mean,
Like
it's
that European guy that what Ethan Van Sciver always uses for his streams.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
like Fire Tonight. Like he just he
Mhm.
just says a few lines and
yeah,
the
and
girls
then the
do
girls
most
do
of the
the
singing.
that's right. Yeah. But he's
Lord.
such a bad
He
dancer.
doesn't sing at all.
He doesn't sing at all. But you mentioned he was behind the Milli Vanilli thing. And of course, the scandal with that, even though where many groups do that, right? But
Yeah.
the thing with Milli Vanilli
They just
though,
got caught.
they did. But
Yeah.
they were good dancers though. They were
That's
entertaining.
true.
Where
Well,
Boney M looks like he's having epileptic
Girl, you know
fits.
it's true.
Girl, you know it's true. Ooh, 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 ooh. I own that album, and I got a letter saying
There
you can
is
get
a
money back, and I was like, cool, and I didn't send it in.
Was it like a
they
refund or?
Yeah, it was a big scandal. It was a big scandal. Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
the Milli Vanilli thing.
They had lip synced all their songs.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I
Well,
should have
because
explained
they're
that.
dancers pretending to be
Yeah, but
singers.
yeah, that's exactly
Yeah. Like J-Lo.
like J Lo. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
destroyed them.
Or
Of course,
Beyonce.
these days with autotune, they can go sing horribly, and they'll make it sound good anyway. So
Huh?
Right.
And with
Yeah,
AI,
that is
so
true.
you won't be able to dance either.
yeah, people actually believe Billie Eilish can sing. Oh
Yeah. And Rebecca Black.
yeah.
Mm.
It's so bad. The music scene these days is really super dead. It's gonna come back though. Something fire is gonna show
Oh
up.
yeah,
It'll come
Mhm.
back. But it's
The new
really
Bee
bad.
Gees.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I,
it
I,
always
I
finds a way back around to something true.
that was my optimism speaking.
Mhm.
Yeah. It is
Absolutely.
bad.
Music.
It is bad. The music scene is I've never seen it this bad. I mean,
Hopefully,
No, man.
Oh, you need to bring it back, Chester. Get back in your band.
I
Yeah.
well, first of all, I'm very mediocre. I am lounge level with my singing. Saxophone's fine.
that's
Uh,
better than everything.
Yeah, no, I can handle the lounge level, but I don't
Mm.
have I don't have the je ne sais quoi, and I'm way
Yeah,
too
you
old
see.
anyway. But yeah, it's so bad. All of this stuff is so fake. You know what they're doing? Because I can hear it, and this is the benefit of being a musician for so long, right? Good or bad doesn't matter. Just long time
Right.
musician. I can hear what they've done with pretty much every song that comes up. Each individual has been piped into a track, right?
Mm.
They've
Right.
not auto-tuned, they've pitch corrected everything,
Mm.
stacked it,
Mm,
and then pitch corrected the whole thing to whatever key they
mm,
choose. So it's
Oh
mm,
literally
heavens, no!
it's all channeled and double stacked. I can hear it.
It sounds smooth. I
yeah,
don't know how to say it. It doesn't have a depth. It doesn't have any depth to
No
it.
character. I mean, because these days, because the only person I've ever heard in my life who had a truly perfect pitch was Karen Carpenter.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm.
her music was boring as hell. I mean, shoot me in the head, man. But that
What about
girl, damn.
what about the Bee Gees?
They were close. They were close too. Those guys are amazing harmonies. But you hear a little tweak here or there, right? Especially
Mm-hmm.
with
Mm,
Barry. Um,
mm,
but they were really good though. You're right. But no, Karen is the only one I ever heard is pitch perfect, dude. And I imagine if you put her into the equalizer on the computer, it would show her
mm,
pitch being on the
Right on it.
line constantly. Yeah,
huh,
Mm.
because I can hear it. Right? She's
right.
just like a freaking alien or something.
Because some people, I
But
guess,
I can
just
hear it,
train
man.
for
Everything
accuracy.
these days is all stacked channels, and it's
Mm,
Mm.
God, it's awful, man.
Can you hear
It's
it when
just
you
not
when I
real.
have that smoothness to it? It doesn't have any. The vibratos don't sound real. They're
Well,
like it's
they're
too many
obviously
digitized.
inserted. They've been digitized, yeah. Because in the ones you hear that the even the vibrato is off, I think those people truly can't sing at all, and it's all
Mm.
Mm.
electronic. The other ones which have a more natural vibrato probably could sing a bit. They're just not well trained, and I think
Mhm.
that's the deal. They're just not well trained. But you see all these young people, all these woke tards running around. The big thing I've been yelling about for years is no one does any of their own damn research. No one studies, no one practices, no one puts
Mm,
the effort in, man. And in these kind of industries, and that's what we're seeing, a bunch of people that just haven't done the work at all.
Right.
right. They don't know the process.
No, I mean, it takes a long time. You could be born with amazing talent, but if you don't put
Yep.
the work in, what you got?
Right.
You know?
Hmm. I feel like for singing, there's usually more of a focus on developing the voice itself than on traditional, like studying music theory and that kind of thing. So
Sure,
there
but
seems to be a little bit of a knowledge gap there.
there is, but they're not doing that either. They're not doing that either.
Oh,
I
Yeah,
think it actually has
mm,
to do with actually singing. Period. They're singing into it. They're not really singing, except maybe in the bathroom, and they'll hear themselves. But
Mhm.
there's
mm,
something different about actually getting up on a stage and hearing your voice reverberate off the back
yeah.
of an auditorium. And if you
mm,
haven't done it, it sounds flat. And
Mm,
I hear a lot of, also part of it's stylistic too. There's not a lot of
Uh,
that full
yeah.
throat singing. It's very whiny. I don't know how to say. There's so much of it that's just
Yeah,
it's
it's
really really
very it's no they haven't
it's
trained their voices at all, that's true. But
yeah.
you see this when you see live events a lot, right? Because I've been on stage, I can't even I don't even know how much, my whole life, right? And
mhm.
when you're on stage, you want to be practiced to the point, right? I I'm not
Mhm.
talking about how good you are. Just you have to be
yeah
practiced to the point
Practice.
that because when you're on stage and the speakers behind you are just waving past you to the point that you can almost see the freaking sound waves, you can't hear shit,
Yeah. You can't
right?
hear your voice.
So you
yeah
need to be trained enough that you just do it. It's almost
Mhm.
as if you're deaf, but you've trained enough that it's coming out pitch correct anyway,
yeah
right?
Mhm.
Now my voice is 85%, 90% there. My saxophone was
That's gotta
there
be scary.
decades ago. But
yeah
I've many times, especially saxophone, because I always tell them during sound checks, turn the damn monitors up. They're so stingy.
yeah
Oh yeah.
But the saxophone, most of the time I play saxophone on stage, I can't hear a damn thing. I just go through the motion. But it's so practiced over decades that it come when you go back and listen to it, it's pitch perfect because
yeah
it's
Right, you're fine.
practiced. Yeah. But they don't do that. And that's why when you go to live, you see it's like, God, what happened? The CD's awesome. What's this crap? Like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Mm,
They are
I don't get
bad,
a
dude.
chance to. Ooh.
And I like some of their songs, but they're damn bad, dude.
You
Um,
just don't get to play live, or
I just
I've
don't
heard
think they
that
put the effort in it. I think they're more interested in being famous than they are as being good. I think that's the problem.
musicians. Mm,
Yeah,
I can kind of, yeah, that could be an issue. I think there were some bands. I think most of the same, like the Beatles or something like that, where the audience was like cheering so much that nobody could hear the music anyway. So they're
maybe
kind of
not.
like that would have to be terrible though. What if you went to a concert because you actually wanted to listen to music?
Well, that's not
Oh,
what the pop. That's not what pop is. Pop is
well, I
about
guess not.
entertainment. And
Is
besides,
that
in
why they
that
don't care about
situation, what
music?
you're getting is the rhythm. Well, you don't care much about
Hmm.
music, do you?
Hmm.
I laugh. But you're only going to hear Ringo in that situation with the Beatles anyway. And of course, the Ringo was
Boop,
the
boop.
best musician in the band.
I've heard he's amazing. Yeah, as drummers goes, like he's one of the best drummers
Yeah, he is
around.
actually was a pretty good drummer. People always give him shade, which I don't understand. I mean, the rest of the guys, I could play everything the rest of the guys are doing. Me, I'm not a guitar player really.
Mhm.
Do you play on a saxophone
Oh, I could. That's easy,
or
but
on
I
a
mean,
guitar?
they don't have saxophone. Well, they do have some stuff, don't they? But no,
Okay,
Ringo is the best musician in the Beatles for sure.
well that's good. Good rhythm.
there's a famous recording of,
Mhm.
I don't know if it's John or Paul, but saying, they ask, is someone asks, ew, is Ringo Starr the best drummer in the world? And one of them says, he's not even the best drummer in the band. So I don't know. That's probably where they got that.
Dude, so drummers, do you, any of
Well,
y'all even know who Gene Krupa is? Do you know who Gene Krupa is at all?
no.
No,
Please, for
no.
God say, okay. Benny
Yes,
Goodman
I
had a
know
big.
who Gene Krupa is.
Yeah.
Thank you, Herman, for being the only person almost remotely old enough to know who I'm
The
talking about.
I
guy's
have no idea.
freaking famous as a drummer. Oh my God.
Yes, you need to put in sing, sing, sing. Put it in. And for Benny Goodman, live 1938, 12 minutes long. This man was absolutely on point the whole time, and not only
Yeah.
that, but just pure
Yeah, but
fire.
I heard Benny Goodman was a racist, so you know.
I don't heard. I
Well,
want you
if his drummer was nice.
beating on a drum, and not only that, but yes, we have a lot of people that actually they would bring out other acts that would not
At least
sometimes
someone
be
got my
allowed.
joke. All right.
Yeah. You know, no, I'm not going to put up with that business with Benny Goodman, because these guys, yeah, Glenn Miller and him both brought an African American act to places where a lot of people wouldn't allow them, and they got them on stage and they put them in front of an audience and got them recognition that some of them would have never been able to get in a truly racist environment in some places. And they got
He
them
gave
in front.
Rochester a job for years.
Yeah, no, I was making a Miles Davis reference, Rosa. But
Anyhow,
actually,
yeah, you
one of
look
the
up
best
Gene.
drummers of all time, not only have I met, but I've played with, Buddy Rich.
Ooh,
Oh,
Oh,
really?
yeah.
really?
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Buddy Red.
Awesome.
I did 2 events with him actually. It was really
Wow.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. He came and did
Pinterest.
the Newport JVC Jazz Festival with us, and I was
Uh-huh.
playing at the Blue Pelican, and I was
Bob,
just stage band. He came in and played with us.
how did you get into
Oh,
the new?
Oh,
Really?
very cool.
I was in many
You
JVCs. Yeah, I do JVC every year
really?
here in Japan.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
did you get to talk to him at all? Or?
sure. Yeah, absolutely. He's a really nice guy.
Nice.
I was real lucky,
Oh, I
especially when I
love
was a
that.
kid, because when I was a kid, I was in the Rhode Island Youth Stage Band, and it was the best
Nice.
jazz musicians in Rhode Island, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because we have the Newport Jazz Festival right there, so we automatically put the kids in. We
Yeah.
have the Westerly Festival, which is freaking what, 150, 200,000 people, right? So it's like you
Yeah.
put the kids in it, and as you're a kid and you're good at something, you get a lot of opportunities. So I
Yeah.
met all kind of people come through. I met, but
Aw.
and then
How old were
later,
you?
I was like a high school kid.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
But then when I was old enough, and I went and got a job, and I played in Newport at the Blue Pelican, which is one of the most
Uh-huh.
famous jazz houses on earth, right?
Yeah.
So I just was in the right place. It's who you know,
Cool.
man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It
Mhm.
really is. I was actually vocalist with a stage band in college, and I did jazz, well, most of my life, and blues. And that is just getting in and breaking in.
hmm
I mean, I'm lucky
Mhm.
that I've got one or two recordings out there that are with my brother, and they did pretty well. I mean, they got on some lists and things like that for blues. But you really just getting on a stage and being able to get up and go to the Newport, it
Mhm.
really is. That's a pinnacle. That's kind of like going to Carnegie Hall. You get a chance to hear the very
Nice.
best. So you actually got to go and touch Buddy Rich, like just to be there in
Yeah.
his presence.
No, he was cool. He was a real nice guy. And that dude would sit on a 3-piece kit and blow any of these modern guys away with their gigantic sets. Now, I saw Neil Peart
Mhm.
once. I was in the audience, but I saw him
Yeah.
because he's amazing as well. Have you guys ever seen Rush?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Listen,
Oh, you
I
mean
freaking
live?
Rush,
No.
man.
No.
Seen him.
That was such a good concert, dude.
I
I saw
saw
Phil
Tool live, and
Collins live
the
too.
drummer from that
What was that?
Oh,
crazy.
cool.
Huh?
The drummer from Tool, he's absolutely nuts. He's
Oh
amazing.
yeah.
Yeah. Actually, one of my favorite drummers is from Queensryche, and I've seen them twice in concert.
I have never heard of them.
Scott
That's where I saw.
Rockenfeld.
Yeah, really good drummer. Yeah. But yeah, no, I went to a lot of concerts as a kid. I was a music kid, so I went to all the concerts that came through. And I was lucky because in Rhode Island, in Providence, we had a big civic center and everyone stopped there. Everybody.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, I went to a lot of concerts. Yeah. It was cool.
Cool.
You know.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
I
Nico
met my
McBrain played at church once.
what do you say?
Hmm?
I said Nico McBrain played at my church once.
Oh,
Really?
Oh, that's cool.
He played
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, he lives in Florida.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
neat.
He used to go to my church, and he played drums once. That's cool.
Filling in for the regular guy, or just
Huh?
wanted to filling in for the regular guy, or just
I think
wanted
he
an
just did it
opportunity
as a
gig?
lark, and that he
Ah.
asked, and they let him.
Oh, okay. I don't
and
know.
was
You
like,
think you
okay,
can keep
cool.
up?
Right.
He did an okay job.
Yeah, I imagine he did. Tommy Lee went over my head one time.
Really?
Yeah, he had
Yeah.
that
Motley Crue
flying
concert.
spinning drum kit bit they did. I went in that Motley Crue, right?
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, that was cool. I was just in the right place where it went right over top of me.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah.
Same
You're
old
tall.
situation.
No, I don't remember what song it was on, but I've seen Motley Crue like 3, 4 times in concert.
Wow.
Now they have a great Motley Crue. No matter what you think of them, those guys put on a great show. Yeah. Still, I don't know his name, but one of the best shows I've ever been in, and the drummer was the highlight, was Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Really?
Okay.
You know,
I
he
know.
did like a 10-minute drum solo. It was badass. The whole lights dropped in the entire center, and he had sticks in his drum were all neoned out, and it was really
Ooh.
badass, man. It was really good. Earth, Wind, and Fire was a great show, man.
Oh yeah.
They're
Yeah.
one of my faves for real.
Do you think they were better live than recordings, or were they equally good?
I enjoyed
or...
them more live. Yeah, I did.
Mhm.
Those guys, you have to understand,
They're actual musicians.
they're really good. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's high level
Right.
shit, right?
Mhm.
What they're doing with because those guys will, and they're just playing around. They're having fun, I think.
Yeah.
But what they'll
Right.
do is they'll have songs like September, for instance. And in September, you have the chorus and you have the instrumentation are actually in different keys, but they're augmenting it like almost in a kind of like a minor seventh way, so that everything sounds like it's together, even though it's not. And they don't have to do that. They could have just all been the same key. They did that. I think they were just having fun, challenging themselves or something. But September, maybe it's
Hmm.
also why September has that amazing kind of over haunting tone to it. I don't know.
Yeah. No, it does. Their stage show. I've heard legends of it because I never got to see it, but evidently it is just insanely over the top. But
It's
they have a
really good.
huge
Yeah.
and their saxophonist, of course, that's who I was in love with. It's just fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
And they have a great band. But you know who else did a really great show? And I don't know if any of y'all would even know who it is. The Parliament with George Clinton,
Oh, sure.
and they would have such an absolutely over the top. And I did never get to see them either. All I've seen is like snippets online, and that was a group that if you were talking about just for sheer presence on stage with the lights and everything like that at the time was this overblown stadium experience. And I think that there really is a different level of showmanship at that level, but you still have to be a good musician.
Oh, yeah.
And that's actually what
Sure.
we're missing now. It's just the musicianship because so
Mm.
many things now go in and literally it's somebody else is doing all the tracks, and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just somebody deep
You can
with
see the
and
difference. I mean,
Mhm.
like,
Mhm.
what is it? There was a band that was called The Band, and
Yeah.
they did a song out of the
Yeah, I've heard the
Bible.
band.
It was based on a Bible verse, and I think it was called "The Wait." And I mean,
Oh yeah.
you go listen to the musicianship in that song. It's outstanding. But I mean, Jason, you're like my age, right? So,
Yeah.
and it seems to me the '80s and early '90s was just music was at its zenith, right? As far as
Yeah.
just popping off. What did you see cool?
That, what I like is I don't know. It's not what everyone else likes usually. I was a big fan of people like Enya and
Oh,
Leon Redbone and
I think.
what was her name? I used to listen to her in my mom's car all the time. Sade.
Sade. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she was good.
yeah.
So I mean, I tended to like easy listening.
Hmm.
I guess they call it like yacht rock now.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Soft rock.
Chester
I
knows his yacht rock.
I do. I was on the
There
I
you
was on
go.
the Shaka Khan album.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
I played backup
Oh, awesome.
BGM on that.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
Nice.
yeah,
I liked and Vogue. I was a
and
fan of
oh,
theirs.
dude,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
miss them, dude.
Yeah.
I
They were
miss
good.
them. Those girls were so good. And what did we get in replacement? TLC. God,
Such a ripoff, huh?
it was such a downgrade, dude. Such a downgrade. I mean, one of them
There's
Is that
became real
waterfall?
famous. That's what's her name, Beyonce or something like that.
Was she in TLC? That was
There was a
No,
oh,
couple
that
that
that's
was
just,
Destiny's
Destiny's
Child.
Child.
yeah, but there were a couple of them that came out at the same time, right? But they were
yeah.
trying to vie to replace En Vogue,
Right.
and they were
Yeah.
mega downgrades. En Vogue is one of the
Yeah.
best women's
Yeah.
vocal
Vocal
group
group.
I've ever heard. Insane.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. And we had it. What was that? There was a boy band at the same time. What was it? Boys to Men, maybe?
One of
Yeah.
1,000
Yeah.
of them
Boys
back
to
Yeah,
then.
Men.
yeah. But
I
I
think
mean,
BBC.
still
they
maybe
BBC.
were they were pretty good though. But En Vogue
Yeah.
takes the cake, man.
Oh, yeah.
What was that, Alan?
Yeah.
I didn't say nothing. That was
That's
somebody else.
somebody said something.
Was it Eric?
Wasn't me. No.
I said
No.
Boys to Men, ABC, a BBD. That was
Oh, fine. Yeah.
the Philly.
Yeah. No, the Boys to Men were pretty good, but I mean, En Vogue was just one of the best three-part harmony groups we've ever seen, dude. They were just so good. And it was really sad. And I still don't know to this day why they went away. Because every album was banging, one banger after the
Yeah.
other, and then they just disappeared, and we got frickin' Destiny's Child and whatever that other one, TLC thing. It's like, God,
Mhm.
Maybe they had something on someone.
I
More you
don't
hear
know.
about these.
Does anyone know what happened to En Vogue? Why did they go away?
I kind of think that it was personality conflicts.
It's a shame.
I'm trying to remember it. One of them wanted to break away, and then it's kind of destroyed the group. I can't remember.
Nah, it's a shame. They were really good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, we don't get that.
The members of En Vogue. Maybe
I didn't
Hmm?
I don't know who the
recognize them
members
anywhere
are. Maybe one
solo.
of them did
Yeah,
a solo
I-
career.
they probably tried. Yeah, they were just so wonderful. They were really good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and we haven't seen anything the like of it since, dude. We haven't.
Mhm.
And it's unfortunate,
One
but
Direction.
I could slap you through the internet. Isn't it One Direction? He gave us that homoerotic idiot Harry Styles.
Yes.
I blame
Define
Simon
best
Cowell.
kid. Simon Cowell. Why?
Yeah, because it's his fault.
Yeah,
Is he the one who
Because
created
it's
One
his
Direction?
fault.
Yes, he is.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, he created Teletubbies. That's another mark against you,
You
Simon.
serious?
Yeah,
What?
Are you serious?
I didn't know that.
it's
I
another
knew it was
mark
Spice
against you.
Girls.
The Spice Girls
Oh, good
were
lord.
fair enough, right? Fair enough.
Yeah, they were fun.
They were catchy.
Yeah.
So that's the only saving grace he's got because everything else is just ridiculous. And then he goes, steals another man's woman, and she's not even a hottie. Unbelievable.
Who's that?
Do.
I don't know. I can't remember her name. It was just a scandal that came out some years ago. My
Yeah.
family used to love to watch
American
uh,
Idol.
American Idol and So You Think You Could Dance.
Mm.
And then there was some other one that came out later, The
Sure.
Voice or something.
Okay. Mm.
Yeah. My family loved watching that stuff. It was
Mhm.
it was literally ear bending for me. Although the So You Think You Could Dance stuff there was some fun things in there. But poor Nigel was constantly fighting against all the gays, gaying it up, and he'd get so angry. He's like, this is why boys don't study dance. He'd get mad and yell at him. He's right, I guess. But because that was never an option for my son.
I mean,
He did do it later. Yep. Go ahead.
I mean, if you want to be one of Madonna's dancers,
Ugh.
Why?
prerequisite.
Oh,
What?
he
They're
said
all
if you
gay.
want to be one of
All of them.
Madonna's backup dancers, it's prerequisite to be gay.
Oh yeah, no, I'm pretty sure just being in her presence gives you some STD of one or another. I'm sure. Yeah. Well, you do realize Hollywood is infected with STDs, right?
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
But,
No.
Yeah.
it's like that Norm
I
joke.
have the
That
receipts, Jiminy.
Next thing you know, you'll be saying they all use drugs. Nonsense.
No, I've never heard that rumor before.
That's why they're so weird. The syphilis has ate away their brain.
Maybe.
Mm.
Maybe. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the adrenochrome overdoses.
Yeah, well, you know, that's where all the babies are going, huh? Too soon? Probably. But anyway, I'm glad no one got that joke. Fair enough. Pablo! Hey! Pablo,
Oh,
you're not allowed to do a draw
Katie
along
just seen it.
today. No draw along today for Pablo. It's okay,
Why?
Pablo. Free pizza is coming to you in your South American country. No, because he's good at drawing sexy girls.
yeah.
No, he's just
Ah,
good at drawing
Oh, did
Jennifer.
you
he
see
is.
any of
He
his
is.
drawings he posted?
He would
No,
kill
I'm
that.
not looking.
Oh, you should go look
He
at some of
should,
those.
yeah, he should be banned.
No,
His
no,
drawings
no.
not safe for work stuff.
Bad Pablo.
Yeah. It's
No,
not for
Pablo's
everybody's eyes.
quite
Oh,
stunning
dang.
at female pinups, Jason.
Pablo. Yeah, no, I just saw 2 of them. He just posted.
Yeah, he's really good. But music, man. Yeah, there used to be a lot of good stuff, man. I was so lucky. I was just born in the right place for that kind of stuff, man. I got to see, I'm in the New York tri-state area, right? And I just got to
Mhm.
see so many concerts. Of course, I did music myself, but that was mostly jazz and blues. I met Miles Davis. He was an asshole.
Oh,
Nah,
You
he's
know,
full on racist.
really?
Oh
wow.
yeah, we were
Really?
all because
Wow.
we're mostly white kids, right? It's Rhode Island,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
And we're at the JVC, and we had earlier in the day met Dizzy Gillespie had come up and had sat down with us and
Right.
chatted and played with us. It was the most amazing experience, dude. It was so cool. I know many of you don't
It
know
is
who Dizzy
amazing.
is, but for
Mhm.
a musician, that was freaking epic life moment, right? And he was
Yeah.
so nice, so cool. And then we knew that Miles was coming on after us. We were kind of
Uh-huh.
like we opened the evening, and Miles dominated the evening, right? The evening sets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we're all backstage, kind of just lally-gagging, right?
Yeah.
Intentionally going slow just so we could see Miles Davis. And he come by,
Right.
and we
Right.
all said, "Oh, Mr. Davis, we're this," and he's like, "White kids," and he literally said that, and he walked on stage. I was
Get
like,
out of here, cracker.
"Aw."
Aw.
Wow.
We were so excited to see him
You
too,
dirty ass crackers.
Yeah,
But
no,
Dizzy was great,
basically,
right?
Like wet
Maybe
dog.
he's
nah,
just making an innocent observation.
no, he's a racist dude. He's a one of the best musicians of all time. I'm not going to take it from him, but he's a racist. Um,
Never meet your heroes.
yeah, it is what it
Mm-hmm.
is. Well, it's like Neil Young. We were all so excited to meet Neil because that was when I was
You
older and a
me too?
professional. No, he did. He was just drunk asshole showed up.
Oh.
But
That's better.
because no, you got to keep. This is back
Wow.
when we were all doing the Eastern Circuit. I'm just saxophone player, right? So I tack on bands here and
Right.
there. But that was
Mhm.
back when we were running at that time with the Black Crows,
Mhm.
Extreme, Tesla. I think Mr. Big was the year before. But all those,
Mm.
and Two Step and other ones that didn't, and the Machines, who I was with at the time,
Uh-huh.
and they all didn't hit big. Some of them hit real big, had like one hit wonders like Tesla and stuff like that. But Black Crowes went on to have a career till they
Right.
drank themselves to death. But
Mm.
Mm.
all of us were the up and coming or middle level or something like that, and everyone was
Right.
so excited. Neil Young was coming in. We were doing I think it was Quigley's up in Boston. Everyone was
Yeah.
so excited, and he come walking in drunk as a skunk, dude, and just a
Oh.
mega asshole.
Wow.
Oh.
Huh.
Everyone
That's a
was
shame.
like so dejected. You could see the whole room shoulders sag.
Oh,
Mhm.
wow.
Mm.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
horrible. Yeah.
Didn't him and Leonard Skinner have a big beef?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Is Leonard Skinner a nice guy then?
You don't have to
Leonard
remember
Skinner is a band
that
It's a group.
Southern man don't need them around.
Oh,
from Alabama, down in Bottle Battery.
okay.
And yeah, Southern men don't need him around anyhow, because Neil Young thought Southern people were stupid racists, kind of like Democrats today, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know.
The South
That's not
will
okay.
rise again.
Yeah, fair enough. But you know, I've traveled all over the place in America as well as the world. But the Northerners are far more racist than the Southerners. You know.
Thank-
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Well, they are. I mean, the Southerners kind of agree. The blacks and the whites kind of agree. We don't want to hang around with each other. You go over there, we stay over here, and it's all copacetic, right? Well, that's how they are. But in the North, they're just mean, nasty, right? Oh my goodness.
There's a reason why we have Southern hospitality and they don't.
That's fair enough.
That's right.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm not the biggest fan of your food, though.
Aw.
really?
No,
You don't like butter?
it's too greasy
Yeah,
and
I just had
gravy.
biscuits and gravy last night for dinner.
Lots of gravies.
Great.
And
don't like
Jason,
butter.
you're a Midwesterner, right?
Who, me?
No,
Yeah.
I'm Southern.
No, not you. I'm talking
Yeah.
about the other Jason.
Oh,
Jiminy.
Oh,
I'll
no.
just call him
Jiminy.
Jiminy. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be doxing me anyway. Jiminy, aren't you like a Midwesterner or something?
No, I'm a New Yorker.
Oh, you're from my area.
Well, I'm from Poughkeepsie.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't talk about Poughkeepsie very much.
Oh, okay.
There's
Never
good
mind then.
reasons. There's good reasons.
No.
I know.
Yeah. Well, I've been told that Poughkeepsie is full of serial killers, so not to go there.
Duh.
Well, don't dox me.
I won't. Oh, goodness gracious. But yeah. Yeah. No, New York. New York is a very diverse place, though. If honestly, from the city to Buffalo
Yeah,
over
I
in the
mean,
east and west. I mean,
yeah, New York City is quite different from where
yeah,
I'm from.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
I spent a lot of time in
yeah.
Albany. That's where most of my family is.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although,
Most of my
Have
family lives in
steamed hams?
Westchester. So.
oh, I see. Although I
Steamed hams.
well,
Ooh, points to Gryffindor. Woo.
points to Gryffindor. Fair enough. Goodness
Oh.
gracious. You don't have a civic center over there in Poughkeepsie, over in that place?
Who me?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I haven't lived there since I was 8. So.
Oh, where'd you move after?
South Florida.
Florida.
That's where I've been since.
Oh, Florida. So you're down Tampa area?
No, I'm on the East Coast.
Pretty close to Miami.
Boca Raton
Oh,
area.
I don't know that area.
Yeah, it's about half an hour
Oh,
south
yeah.
of West Palm Beach and half an hour north of Fort
Mm.
Lauderdale.
Where all the Jews from New York retire to.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Basically,
Good
it's,
money,
it's
dude.
God's waiting. It's God's waiting room down here.
Oh, I see.
So you retire, you come down here, and then you die. So
Are the Jews
beautiful
nice?
place. Huh?
Are the Jews nice?
Everyone's nice. Well, like
And 90% of the people.
the retirees from New York City are not so nice. It's
Mm.
it's a mix. I mean, half people are very nice. The other half are retirees who, when they retired, they realized that things are a lot cheaper down here, so they're a lot richer than they were in New York.
Mm.
Sure.
Because they're the taxes are a lot less, so they kind of are lumpy and rich.
I see. I see.
So, but no, it's a great place to live. I mean, I'm still here after 45 some odd years. So, the worst places to live.
Yeah, no. I think it would probably be. I know I live in a hot, sweaty place too, but I wish I didn't. I don't like the hot and sweaty. I
No,
want to
I
go
don't.
to.
That's
Get air conditioning.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's one thing I've never gotten used to the heat. So
Yeah.
during the summer, I'm indoors 99% of the time.
Yep. Me too.
Get your
Yeah.
Floridian.
Can't even
I'm
breathe
not much of
outside.
a fan of the summer
Yeah,
in
it's way
Tennessee.
too
It's
hot and humid.
really hot.
I like
Tennessee.
Tennessee's a nice place. I like
Mm.
Tennessee. I used to stop
It is
there
nice
and
though.
I used to stop there and play on the circuit all the time. I do want to go to Tarpon Springs though.
Where's that?
It's on the West Coast. That's where the Fountain of Youth is.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Okay. That north of Tampa?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's where the girls live.
Where's the dress?
You don't
They-
know.
you-
You
Is that
can't
where
afford
you
it,
live,
buddy.
Amy? Tarpon Springs
We
area?
live kind of in Central Florida, so we're not too
Okay.
far from Tampa. We can kind of go in any direction and get there in a couple of hours.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mhm. I am very curious for you Floridians, though. I have a question, and Eric has been bugging me to ask it, so I'm going to ask it for him.
Uh-oh.
You
Yeah.
literally have a town that's up, on it's on the west side. It's up near to
Mhm.
the Panhandle, part, and it's
Mhm.
called Yankee Town. Why?
Okay.
That's a cute name.
Only Yankees are allowed.
Oh, okay, fair
Yeah,
enough.
I have no idea. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, Yankee Town.
I've never heard of it, so I'm sorry I asked about something I never
You
heard
shouldn't
of.
have. Yeah, you should. You should have.
Now I gotta look it up. It's old.
Yeah.
Yankee Town.
Town.
Oh, no,
Let's
there is
see.
one. Wow.
Oh,
Huh.
why would you think? Why would
It's
I
like-
lie about that?
Has a
Why
population
would
of
Eric lie
620
about that?
Oh, it's small.
Yeah, why would I lie about that?
Not a lot of
Yeah.
Yankees down in Yankee Town, huh?
No, they're in the wrong part of Florida. They should
They
should
kicked the
move it down to
Yankees
South
out.
Florida.
Well,
Yeah. South Florida is like 99% Yankees.
hmm. Yeah,
When was this place formed?
I've always been a
Okay.
proud Yankee.
It is let's see. Oh, it was settled in 1923.
Well, it's about around the same time that those New York bankers decided to build Miami, right?
Yeah, probably. Yep.
The Seminoles. It was Seminoles. I guess it's the Seminoles.
We have a
Told them,
Beverly Hills.
"You white men crazy. You build no town there. It flood." And they said, "No, we shall defeat nature. We are from New York." And they did, kind of.
What's that accent?
They
It's
sound like that,
old
didn't they?
timey New York.
Okay,
Mhm.
gotcha.
That's what old time in New York sounds like.
Yeah.
This is like, wow, that's really
I
up
was thinking of
north.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Well, that's a pretty good summary of what happened, actually.
It's easy, that floods.
But anyway, I'm going to get
Yeah.
some coffee. Jeff.
Okay.
How was your
Stay
interview?
out of the villages.
My interview was swell.
Awesome. You're in charge.
Ah,
Okay.
Did you get the
So
you get the
I'm in
job?
charge.
you're in charge.
No.
Yep. Interview was a success.
But I did sell a book.
Did
Oh,
you?
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Sell a lot of books.
Made a new friend. Made a new
You
what was
probably
the
Maybe-
interview for?
What was that?
What was the interview for?
bald and balding.
I wanted to
Eh?
see this. I thought you were joking.
Would I joke about that?
Yes, probably. I was like,
Like,
it's
Eric
real?
wouldn't joke
Yeah, it was
about
real.
Yankee Town.
No, I
Is that
was
is it
on Bald
like a
and Balding.
writers club?
no.
Or
It's,
do they do
They do like interviews with authors.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Interesting. Are they specific for a genre or are they kind of a little bit of everything?
No, I just every little bit of everything. So, and they're
that's nice.
old guys, and so I'm my jovial self with them. Unlike the youngins, don't know what real humor's like.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You're on the approved list, so they're like, "Yeah, you can come on our show and tell
Yeah.
us about your book," which is
I
amazing.
made them laugh a few times, so apparently that's the standard.
Well, that's probably
I've
good,
been on
right?
I've been on them before, so
Oh, okay. Nice.
So they're nice guys. They're
So
very
you were
nice.
like,
Wow.
I'm gonna go look this up. I'm gonna go
Why
yeah.
don't you ask them?
Who,
Go
me?
on their show. Yeah, you. They'd love
What?
you.
But I'm not balding yet.
She has a
Probably.
lot of
No,
hair.
no. It describes them, not you.
Oh, okay. I thought you
Oh.
had to be balding to go on
No,
it.
you don't have to be balding.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
okay.
Just say that you lost a couple of stray hairs and you fear that you may be balding. That will get you through the
Okay,
game.
but that would be great. That was up there. So you sold a book while you were on the air. You actually like were there and saw it like being given birth. A
No,
sale.
I checked my stats and my hang on. I checked
Really?
my stats and my Revenant and the Tomb paperback stats sales rank jumped.
Dude, for real. That's
For
amazing.
real.
That's so
That's
exciting.
great.
I yell like really loudly, and they were like, "What's going on?"
No, I did. I just checked it afterwards. I was too busy schmoozing.
There you go.
You're busy
Being a
selling.
charming guest.
Yes. So like
Charming.
right now, I'd say, do you know if you had a Spotify membership that, or if you had a Spotify premium subscription, that all of my audiobooks are available to you in that subscription?
See,
Yep.
hey, how did you get them on Spotify? How did you actually do this magical thing?
Go you distribute through Findaway. Findaway will also do.
Jeez.
Findaway will do Spotify. Will do Barnes and Noble. They also do Audible too. But here's the deal: if you do that, you can't be ACX exclusive, which fuck Audible.
Okay, so you're on Audible though. You're on
Yeah.
Audible there.
Yeah, I get
You
my
just
whole
you can't
25%
be.
royalty.
Mm.
Greedy little bastards.
Jeez.
Mhm.
I got to talk because I'm like, okay, so I keep talking about doing the whole audiobook thing, and I've got to do that, and I swear that I'm doing it like by this summer. I'm gonna have one out, and so but I keep on getting hung up on, okay, who do I even go through? How do I even do this? Like, do I have to
It is incredibly easy.
really?
Basically, you set up, you create a new audiobook project. You got to make sure that you get a square audiobook cover that is, I forget what the dimensions are, but it's an actual square,
Mhm.
and it has like it's basically your cover, but it has also the narrator on it. It's basically the same cover, just drawn on a square, drawn on a square.
There you go.
Formatted.
Make it easy.
And then so that's one part of it, and then each chapter in each part of the book has to have its own MP3 file.
Okay.
And
Oh, okay. So multiple
and
files.
you can put the chat. You can put all the files when you're done with them, and you've signed off on it. You have to put all the files in with the varying sections because they have like an intro chapter. They also have you do an audio sample. That's
Oh, okay.
put on Audible, and then
Preview.
there's like a bunch of intro stuff like the copyright page and whatnot, and then each you have all of your chapters, you have all your MP3s for each chapter, and then you have some end material, and that's essentially it. Now, here's the deal.
What's the deal?
The deal is that when you're done with the tracks, there are tools from ACX that you can use to make sure that they live up to quality standards.
Yeah.
And the quality standards Findaway uses are the same ones that ACX uses. ACX kind of is like the stand. ACX is kind of like the de facto standard. When they distribute the audiobook, they'll be the ones that will specify how many, they'll actually format stuff so that it has the right number of spaces or spacing between chapters and all that other stuff. So it's very, very easy. It takes
Really?
once I have the tracks done, it takes me absolutely no time to put one up there.
Really? Because I've got these
Good.
massive chapters. I mean, I don't know if you've read it, John's read it, but I have big chapters. Like the chapters are like 80, 90 pages long. Because for whatever reason, I write chunks, basically like little mini books as a chapter. I just wrote it that way, and I never stopped doing it. So 6 books have like chapters that are 120 pages long. So I guess is that too big of an MP3 file for them, or am
I
I
don't
gonna
think
have
it
to
would
chunk
be.
it down?
I don't think it
You'll probably
would
have to
be.
do chapter 1, part 1, chapter 1,
Yeah,
part 2, stuff like
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, you're right. Probably could do that.
No, I
Just
Yeah,
make
I
it
mean,
separate.
no, I think you could probably do. I mean, give it a try and see what happens.
yeah,
I'm
they
gonna have
probably don't have like a hard disk space limitation or something in this day and age. So I imagine there's no reason you couldn't upload them in just one massive chunk. But
Yeah, you would think, but yeah, but
Mhm.
there's so many different little weird things, and that's I said Jeff
That's
is
true.
absolutely king of audiobooks. He's like, for whatever reason, that's
Mhm.
his magical space, and everybody's told me that that's what I've got to get done, and I've been so
Mm.
laser focused on getting the entire series written, trying to get it finished.
Of
Because
course,
well,
want to get it
okay.
done.
I'm not drawing tonight because I actually lost vision in one of my eyes now, which is cool because
What?
I just
Mhm.
yeah. So well, it's blurry. It's really super bad. I'm gonna have to go
Oh,
back in. Probably gonna have to have surgery. So I'm not drawing
oh
tonight.
no.
I
I'm sorry.
just got my illustrations for my book finished, and I was like, "Woohoo! I made it!" It's like, and then it sort of went out on me, and I was like, "Dang!" So I don't know what it is yet. It might just be a secondary cataract. I have genetic issues with eye things, and so I've got to
Right.
probably got to have to go back in and get it redone. And so
Wow.
I'm like, but so yes, I'm not drawing tonight, so don't put me on there. But so I'm really happy with that part. But thinking about like how, so I've got one, I can see through one eye and I'm good. The other one's just sort of like
Mhm.
shapes, and I'm like, oh dude, I'm gonna have to read like this. So I'm like, I'm gonna get my eyes done so I can do my audiobook because reading is gonna be a challenge. And
Yeah.
so but everybody keeps telling me that's the way to go. It's the audiobooks. That's what's gonna, sell because most of my readers keep asking me, when's the audiobook coming out? When are they coming out? Because they know other people that's all they do is audiobooks. And you have
Yeah.
got this down to such a science, and that's probably one of the biggest things that when I look at your model of how you're doing the sales is
Mhm.
and that's something with comics. I know that y'all don't really think about it because you're so visual. Everything's all about visuals. It's about the, even on digitized, it's
Mhm.
about the look of the page and everything else. And for me,
Right.
it's like, okay, I know I can do the voice work. I've done it with my mini podcast, and I could probably get it cleaned up. I've got some folks that can help me with that. But it's like just
Mhm.
just getting it on, literally sitting down and doing the whole thing and getting it to that standard and knowing what to do about it. I'm going to be coming to you and knocking on your door, Herman, because that's probably the biggest thing that's standing between me and more sales is actually just the audiobook situation.
Well, I will tell you this: if your book appeals to the male reader, you want an audiobook.
Well, that's it. 90, I think it's like, what is it? My followers on X, I'm almost at 7,000 now, and which is not big, but it's like, I guess a halfway decent size or something. And 75% of them are male. And I'm not an OnlyFans girl. They're not here for me. They're here because they like the material. And
Yeah.
so, and
So
most of I would say probably it's the same ratio for my readers. It's probably at least 75% male.
yeah, because
So,
my ads skew like 80% male, and
mhm,
this is the nice thing about Spotify is I get demographics.
really,
People listening to my books are like 80% male, and actually I
wow,
think it's closer to 90%. So
that's
if you
amazing.
have a book that is attractive to the male reader, you want to get it on an audiobook.
Okay, so let me
Now,
ask this
well,
question. Go
here's
ahead.
the thing: if you're really concerned about the chapter sizes, then, in my opinion, what I would do is I would find breakpoints that are like maybe 20 pages
Hmm.
and just reorder the chapters.
Oh, I can
And
do that because I usually do a chapter break. Uh, it's about every 20 pages, 15 to 20.
oh, okay. Well, then in that case, that wouldn't be bad. The difference is that the thing is you're going to get those people who say, well, the book doesn't match the audio book, but you know what? If you run into physical limitations of the media, nobody's going to care.
Really?
The people who get the audio book are not going to care.
Okay, then let me ask
They
this.
went with that.
because that's something that came up with me and a couple of other people. I've had my little mini podcast out there, and actually it did really well. We were in top 100 when we were running it just live on stream. It was, I think we cracked top 100 a couple of times, and I was just me reading it, doing my thing. But if I'm doing a female voice, would you guys, if you're having somebody read to you, would you rather hear a female voice or a male voice if it's an action adventure?
Male all day.
Male.
Really?
Probably male.
All day.
Yeah, that's
It,
what's going to limit me.
Well, it really depends. If I mean you're Texas, I mean you're Texan,
Yeah.
and you have a you have a Texas, and you really do have a good reading voice.
Are you okay with that? Are you okay
Yeah,
with it?
I think it would go well.
Really?
Yeah, I mean I'd have to listen to a sample, but it's like the reason why I
What,
picked
she reading a
Steve.
cookbook? Hey.
The
Hey.
reason why I picked Steve is because his voice matched the writing.
Yeah, it was perfect.
And
Your dude was perfect.
Yeah, and I've read. I think I got Six Gun Shiva. I bought the wrong one. I think I got.
Oh, did you really?
Shiva, and I read it. I read it a little bit, and I don't know. I think your voice might match. I think that might be. You might want to give that a shot as opposed to getting the narrator. Because here's the thing, you got to find somebody who matches your stuff, and who really brings the writing to life. And it doesn't matter how professional they're, because I've heard, and I don't want to say, but a popular YouTuber's audiobook, and even some of the Brandon Sanderson ones, the audio, the narrator is boring as sin.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and I don't want. I don't. So we had good reviews on it, but yeah, the whole thing about male versus female voice, because we have dialogue, heavy dialogue in the books. I think you probably saw that. There's a lot of heavy male dialogue at the beginning of Six Gun Shiva, and then then it breaks out to where we have the female in Transmutation Texas. It's male, almost it's female male balance. But when we go to dialogue in Six Gun Shiva, it's like dudes all the way until we get to about mid book.
Yeah.
And
No,
so
it
it's
just
really
depends on the genre of it, right? I mean, there's plenty of stuff you'd rather have a female voice than a male voice. Yeah.
really. Yeah, if you guys get a chance, listen to the podcast and tell me what you think. It's on Audible, but it's actually I've got it on my page at watcherthenam.com, and it says up there, listen to the little podcast, and it's just like 9 episodes. We actually did like a radio show with music, and I did the sound effects, things like that. And of course, Audible's different. There's no sound effects, there's no music or anything to go with it, but we did original music and everything.
Right.
And
Well,
really loved
it also depends on your audience, though, Rosa. I mean,
Yeah.
if your audience is mostly female, then I don't have a clue. It probably may be better to have a female. But with men, the problem with men, even though it's not legitimate, if it's an action thing or we're supposed to be taking it seriously, men just don't find women threatening, even though they might be. We just don't. It's like this trigger in our head, right? And so if you have something where it's supposed to be an intimidating, badass type of situation, our brain just doesn't connect the two. You know?
Yeah, that's what I was concerned about. And I'm like, because I can read it, I know how he's supposed to sound, and I do Rose's voice, of course, and my other female characters pretty easily. But I mean, I haven't had complaints, but I don't think anybody would say anything. I think they'd be like afraid to. So if y'all get a chance, go listen to it on Watch of the Damned and see what you think. As anybody out there, just let me know what you think. And if it really does, if it interferes, then I'm going to have to find a male reader, and it's not going to be easy.
Well, Jeff knows some.
I mean,
Jeff knows expensive people. He knows expensive people.
if it's a question of accessibility, you might be able to find some of the AI book readers.
Oh, yeah.
You can have different voices.
You just have to go through with a fine-tooth comb. But yeah, that's a good point.
Good luck with that one. Vito reads.
No, they've gotten a lot better, Jeff. They've gotten a lot better on that.
Yeah.
But it's the accent and the it's
Amy
difficult
has a
because
good voice.
Go ahead.
Amy has a good voice.
Yes, she
Oh,
does.
you're sweet, but so does Ursa. But if
Amy
she's
gives
looking
you
like
diabetes,
specifically for a
Jason.
male
What are you
voice.
talking about?
She would. It would be so sweet. It would be so sweet. Oh.
Yay! But if you're looking specifically for like a male character, then that would be
Let's hear
that
your
would
best male
it's
voice,
an
Amy. Go
option.
ahead. Say how low you can go.
Me?
Yeah.
I do Beast Boy in some readings with some friends online, but
Oh,
he's
yeah.
just kind of like this.
She does a great Mickey Mouse.
Oh no, God, don't hurt me.
Beast
I'm just recovering. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh my
voice
gosh.
acting. That must be fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It is. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I
Oh
really,
my
really
goodness.
wish that Mark Hamill had died a decade ago.
Oh, really? Oh.
That's harsh, man.
I
understand
don't. I
what
just
you
wish
mean.
you'd shut up.
Yeah, I wish he'd be quiet, honestly.
Yeah, because it's been the past decade he's lost his marbles.
It affects quite a few people.
It does. It's unfortunate because
Melissa!
Hey, oh my god. Well, I would pick one day to be held up. Oh my goodness.
Hi, sis.
Hi, sis.
oh,
Hi, sis.
it's a honey. Hi, honey.
Hi, oh, Rose.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful people. Hi. Oh, I'm so scared.
Is she in a
That's
tunnel?
okay.
Yeah, she's off mic.
Ah.
Yeah, she's probably trying to get her new computer set up. She's working on some programming stuff and was catching up with that. But I know she was planning on dropping by. So
Yeah.
Yay.
maybe I didn't get
I
the
did
right
find
time.
someone to. I did find something to something Jenifer Connelly related to draw. So I'm working on that.
Yay.
Ah,
I'm probably.
how
I
much
don't
time
mind
do we
coming
have
in
left?
last today. I know I earned it this time, but I'm so glad to see you guys.
About 25 minutes.
Okay. So quick sketch.
Quick
Quick
sketch.
sketch.
Yeah.
Quick animation.
Yeah. The problem is I just don't know
Waving.
enough of her films because all the films she's in, she kind of is other than Labyrinth, she's kind of the same character.
What? How dare
Well,
you?
she is. She's kind of the pretty, damsel in distress, the love interest.
Oh. And
Labyrinth,
what's wrong with that?
she's different. She's a kid. Of course, she was a kid. And she's going on this. She's our eyes on this adventure, right?
A strange world.
Yeah.
Yes.
But usually in all the other things, she's in a long dress, and she's the desired thing, right?
Yes. Excellent.
Well,
I
would say that was
actually
such
found an
fervor.
animation she worked in.
What? She's awesome.
There's this
Goodness.
We've got a
animation by
pervert in the house.
it's called Nine. It was this kind of
She did a voice,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, she was
she did a good job in what was it? Battle Angel Alita.
Yep,
she did
she
play
was
a
in
character
that.
Battle Angel Alita, yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. She was in Pollock. Great movie.
Never seen that one.
But
then
good
again,
movie.
I don't take Pollock very seriously. I mean, who the care hells about someone that throws tennis balls at walls? Goodness
I
gracious.
thought it was a fish.
Well, he was a psyop.
Maybe.
A psyop.
Yeah. But then again, modern art
Yeah,
is just
psyop,
ridiculous to me.
They're trying.
I mean,
It was one of those things where we're trying to beat the Russians, so they just propped up some random dude.
Oh, really? Interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like modern art. I can tell you that. Yeah.
I mean, who
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
hate it?
I mean, some of the early modern stuff that would be thrown into that category, like pointillism or cubism and stuff like that, there's some of it that's okay. Salvador Dali
Some of
would
the
probably be
Impressionism.
considered, but he'd probably be thrown in the modern art too. But his stuff was interesting. But in general, I
Yeah.
can't stand it. Like Picasso, what the hell? He's a drunk, raging womanizer that could barely do landscapes. What the hell?
Picasso actually
Market.
He's actually a good artist.
art, like regular art, like people and stuff like that until he went crazy. Apparently.
Well, any art that you have to explain to me how to look at it is not hard. What he's done
That's
is he's
very true.
taken the three-dimensional world and flattened it two-dimensional. Genius!
I mean, that's
His eyes
kind
and
of
farted on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
That is true, Pablo. She is, as with Labyrinth, her early stuff, like I said, I haven't seen all the drama, so I don't know. But Phenomenon, she is the main character. She is. She is a psionic that can speak to insects.
Mm.
But I'm
Oh,
pretty
that's
sure
a
that's an
cool
Argento
thing.
film, though. I'm pretty sure it is. Let me go check.
I don't know. That kind of bugs me.
So sad. It's one of her early things. She was still a little kid at that time.
She talks to bugs.
She does.
That's cool.
Yeah, they call it creepers over in Europe.
Did
Yep,
she do that
Argento.
as a child?
Oh yeah, we were like 15, 14 at the time. Franco Ferrini and Dario Argento. hmm There you go.
No,
think I've
no
heard that.
relation to Asia.
Oh well, she came out later. Asia would have been really young at this time, right? Well, it's his daughter, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This movie's okay.
If you look up Jenifer Connelly talks to bugs, what's the likelihood it's going to come up with the right thing?
Probably 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
It's a bit of a meme, yeah.
Put it through Grok.
Really? Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, it did.
Good job. No,
It's one of the it's part of the Giallo films, right? The Giallo, which most people just see as horror, Italian horror, but actually Giallo means like murder mystery is what it really means.
Oh, okay.
And this one falls more in that line than some of the real hardcore, bloody zombie stuff that came later.
There's always room for Giallo.
Yeah.
oh, that's a horror movie. Yeah.
That's
mean,
horrible.
Argento is highly regarded in Europe, and there's plenty of actors who would probably like to have that on their resume, and she's got it. So
Little bugs. Is it a particular kind of bug or any kind
just
of bug?
in general, it's
Those are
just kind of like a
just bugs in general.
pseudo psionic horror movie, right? It's it's okay, but that's probably around the last time I saw her when she went off to film that. Actually,
Really?
yep.
Hmm.
Did you tell her you love her and that you were proud of her?
Sure.
Well, next time it gets to absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a good cousin.
Yeah. I remember
Well,
my
that could
other.
have been on the show tonight.
They say that
Yeah.
they left.
Yeah. I remember my other cousin used to like to give her garter snakes, which upset her greatly, and I would go and
Oh,
take the snakes away. I was the nice cousin.
aw.
That was a
There
good
you
cousin.
go.
Remember me, the snake guy? Here's the snake cousin.
Yeah, there's always a snake cousin, right? There's always
Yeah.
one. Snake frog
Some
cousin,
snake
right?
cousin.
Yeah, always one. But he thought it was funny to scare the girls because basically in the summertime, I don't know, I wasn't privy because I was a kid, but all the parents, I have a gigantic family, right, would basically drop the kids during the daytime at grandma's house, right?
Yeah.
And
Mm.
grandma was very smart. She would give us cookies and or sweets, and then tell us to get the hell out of the house. So we go
Go play.
outside and we play, right? Because they have a very
Get
large piece of land.
Get out.
Get out, yeah. And we had all this cookie energy. We'd run around and play, and I, of course, the snake cousin would always
Yeah,
want
the
to give
snake
the
cousin.
girls snakes, and the girls would go, yeah, as they do.
Great.
I feel
Chester
You're
bad.
come
the
to the
good cousin.
rescue.
I never thought about how terrible it was, but I was the crawdad kid, and I chased my cousins with crawdads, and One of my father's
Oh no.
me chasing at 4 years old, chasing my 11-year-old boy cousins who were screaming like little girls. Well, I took after them with a crawdad because
Yeah.
crawdads pinch.
They do
They do.
pinch. They do.
They do.
And they're delicious.
Did you have the knack for carrying them without them pinching you, or did you like, nope, I don't care.
Yeah, you
I'm
just pick
carrying
them up
around.
from the back and you're good.
You go to the back, you
Yeah,
pull
yeah.
them out there, and
Yeah.
the rods come out.
We used to hunt them all the time. Crawdads
Love
when I was
them.
down the south. Yeah, crabs too. Take a chicken leg, put it on a string, go get you some crabs.
Yep, yep.
Yep,
This sounds like it's a tried and true method.
it is. It works
It's
really,
bacon.
really well. Yeah.
Bacon on string.
Crabs are stubborn. You know how we use the word
Interesting.
crabby, meaning someone is kind of angry and stubborn?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess it could be a relation to.
Yeah.
No, they're not actually bugs though, are they? They're
Well, I mean, technically they would be crustaceans, but they do fall into that family of living things.
hmm. Hmm. So does that mean she can talk to them psychically?
Yeah. Just
Oh.
go watch it. It's called Phenomena or Creepers in Europe. It's okay
I think
movie.
Amy's trying to draw it right now, so that's why she's looking for the inspiration.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Time to fill in the dark spaces.
I don't know. Does anybody here have a favorite Argento movie or a Giallo movie?
I know you didn't say favorite Jello movie.
I did.
Jello is awesome.
Oh, okay. Oh, right.
It's not Jello, it's Giallo. It's an Italian word, which means mystery.
No,
And
I
the
heard
sweet
Jello.
dessert.
Fair enough.
Jello.
Fair enough. I imagine
I know
most
what
people are
that
going to
is.
say Suspiria. I would assume would be that's Argento, right?
I don't know. But maybe. So it's an Italian horror movie, or is it more specific than that?
Oh no, it's an Italian horror movie. She's
Okay.
Phenomena is an Italian horror movie. Yep.
Does she have to speak Italian in it?
No, it's done in English for a Western market, of course. And they probably dub her voice in Italian, I
course
would
it is.
assume. That's how they usually do.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, Suspiria. Yeah, it's his. Yeah. He did Dracula 3D. I wouldn't talk about that. Of course, you got The Mother of Tears, which is a good one. That's part of the trilogy there. And of course, The Phantom of the Opera. Oh, I didn't know that was Argento. The Wax Museum, The Wax Mask, sorry. Trauma, The Sect, To Evil Eyes, The Church. Actually, The Church is a good movie.
Oh, the cheese.
No, it's actually The Church is a pretty good movie. I'd recommend that one. It's not for the light of heart though. Demons, of course, are what he's super famous for. Tenebrae is also an interesting little slasher movie. The original Suspiria, of course. Let's see here. Well, he goes back, man. Back in the 60s, he did a lot of Western military stuff. That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Western movies.
Yeah,
Huh.
I didn't know that. He's
Westerns.
famous
Spaghetti
for his
westerns?
giallo horror movies. What do you say?
Spaghetti westerns?
Spaghetti westerns, maybe.
Sure. Absolutely.
Okay.
And of course, you do realize that Jenifer was also extremely lucky because in her Italian giallo film, when she was 14, she got to play alongside Mr. Donald Pleasance,
No.
which is certainly
Nice.
a highlight of any career.
Is he a nice fellow or not pleasant at all?
No, Donald Pleasance is in a ridiculous number of movies, and he's a really good character actor. Excellent one.
Yep.
I like him.
Halloween.
Well, he's mostly famous for Halloween, yeah. But he's in a whole bunch of movies. How many here? Let me check. It's 244 movies. So there you go.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah, I like Donald Pleasance.
That one's your favorite.
He was great
Interesting.
in Frick as Loomis, though. I mean, come on. You don't like Donald Pleasance?
Who are you talking to?
And
I think it was Alan that was chastising me for liking him.
Oh, how dare he?
How dare he even get him?
How
Oh,
dare
he
he?
played the priest in.
I was thinking of the Red Letter Media.
Red Letter Media, they don't like Donald Pleasance?
No, there's a one of their best videos is it's a Donald Pleasant or it's a karate rickshaw guy and he's the villain in it.
Oh,
And so
oh yeah,
Donald
no, I've
Pleasant's
seen
acting like a
that. Yeah,
pig.
yeah, I've seen that. My way, it's okay. We don't all have our best days. But yeah, no, I've seen that episode.
American Rickshaw, that's the name of the movie.
American Rickshaw, yeah, yeah.
that's a great name for a movie.
Red Letter Meter is great. I love those guys. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah, they got some funny videos, I admit.
Yeah.
Like one at the top of my head is like the Titanic video that they made a while back. It's pretty funny.
Oh yeah. Now I watch most of their videos that come out. I enjoy them. Raythul says the church has Asia getting creeped on pretty hard. Dario's put her in those roles way too often. He did. A lot of people comment on the fact that he put his daughter in a lot of things that I would slap someone silly. They looked at my daughter like that. But he intentionally put her in those roles. He's the director, right? It's his daughter. And fair enough, she's a fairly attractive girl.
That's irrelevant.
It is. You are right. You are correct. She did go on to become a director herself, though.
Okay. Well, so she got out of it all right.
Yeah. But keep in mind, they're Italian. They're not normal humans.
Oh.
Fair enough.
They don't think like the rest of us, They're not as bad as the French, to be fair. But both of them are kind of the same category. They're perverted.
Oh dear, that's not good.
Am I wrong?
No,
Well,
you're
time
right.
I'm gonna start praying for him.
The thing I don't understand, my mother's pure Irish. My father is basically Norwegian, but we were in Strathclyde for so long that we definitely got that Scottish Celt in us. But for some reason, I have Roman feet. Someone explain this to me.
What is a Roman foot? Tell us what it means.
Well, anthropologically, you can tell the ancestry, your genetic ancestry, based on the layout of your toes upon your feet.
Hey, Jason, are you drawing tonight?
Me?
Yes, you.
You should
No.
be.
Okay.
I'm eating right now.
What are you eating?
Chicken
Is it
salad.
Jello?
Chicken
Jello
legs?
salad.
Chicken? I don't
Chicken
like
salad.
chicken legs. Chicken salad? Chicken salad's all right.
Chicken salad's
I
awesome.
prefer tuna salad. I think chicken salad would be my third favorite salad.
Where's
Chicken
egg
salad.
Pretty
salad
good with
rank?
some nuts and grapes in it.
Egg salad would be
Yeah.
second. I like that best.
They're
Tuna
not
fish.
Yes.
Although when I was in America so many decades ago, of course we all love chicken places, right? But KFC, I only went there for the potatoes and gravy.
Oh.
Instant potatoes and gravy.
Yeah, but it was good though, dude. It tasted great.
Yeah.
My wife loves their mashed potatoes.
It's good. Popeyes had a really good spicy chicken. I like that. But actually, my favorite chicken place, there's a whole bunch of them, right? My favorite one was I went to when I lived in the South, and it was called Church's.
Oh yeah.
Churches.
Oh,
I've heard of it.
Man, that thing was so juicy. That was really good chicken.
It's good.
Not Bojangles, huh?
No, never been Mojangles. Chicken Out, which is a northern chain. They were all right. It wasn't bad. But now Church's. Now people tell me these days Church's is horrible, which is sad. But when I was young, a kid living in the
Probably
South,
depends on which one you're there.
yeah, maybe. But it was really good.
Nice. Maybe I can go find it.
I say
think I've
that,
seen Church's
Jason,
fried chicken.
because when I often go out to chicken places and you have leftovers and it gets turned into chicken salad.
Ah, yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Interesting. I don't know why it didn't occur to me that you could make chicken salad out of leftover fried chicken. I guess you could.
Why not?
I just thought you made it out of canned chicken.
What?
That's what we
What? I've never
Canned chicken?
eaten canned chicken
Canned
in my
chicken?
life.
Canned chicken.
Canned
Canned
chicken.
Never.
Where would you get that?
And chicken.
You've never seen canned chicken?
Oh, I don't
No.
know. I'm worried about Florida now.
Chicken
in
of
a
the
very
sea.
dark place.
Yeah.
You
Where do you get
mean
canned
tuna fish, which is called chicken of the sea?
No,
Is Jeff
canned
correct?
chicken. Looks like it's tuna, but
Oh,
it's chicken.
Chicken in a can.
it's chicken in a can.
Is
Yeah,
it?
people
Yeah.
love
Never
Yeah.
heard of chicken in a
It
can.
is.
Matter of
No.
fact,
It's
my dog got sick, so my wife gave him some rice and chicken and
chicken.
canned chicken.
Oh,
So they get it from a can.
oh yeah.
It's like soup chicken and it's sort of a soup broth.
Yeah. You know the funny
Uh,
thing with I might have told the story before, but it is really cool. In Japan, they call tuna fish shi chicken. Shi chicken, right?
she chicken.
And
Okay.
now the reason why is because after the war, of course, the Japanese were starving, right? And
Yeah.
the MacArthur
A lot of people were.
turned all our food cargo ships and sent them to Japan. And of course, one of those cargo ships was literally not meant to go to the front line. It was meant to go to a factory for distribution or something. And it was full. I mean, an entire cargo ship full of tuna fish, canned tuna fish. And of course, it was
Really?
Starkist was the company that was
Oh.
supplying him. And of course, they sent that all over Japan, and for years and years after the war, of course, America was feeding the Japanese, right? And
Sure.
those little cans, because their English was horrible, most of them didn't speak any, but they saw the little motto in there. It said "Chicken of the Sea," so she chicken,
She
and they
chicken.
still use
Oh,
it today.
Oh, that's
so the
amazing.
chicken of the
Chicken
sheep.
of the she.
Aw.
Chicken of the she chicken, she chicken. It's
That's
funny.
cute.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a nice little story. There's a lot of little things like
Yes.
that. Like the word they of course use many words in their language that are not Japanese, just like we do.
Sure,
And
yeah.
they have, of course, for us, if if I ask you, what does the word glamour or glamorous mean?
Like
It's
makeup and stage lights and
yes, sparklingly beautiful
Yeah,
with
sparkling,
lots of
beautiful,
Mhm.
regal, celebrity-esque,
Right.
right? But for them, they associated the word glamour with a lot of the movies that came out with like Elizabeth Taylor and some of those things back in the the late 50s, 60s.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
therefore
fancy
they use the
hair.
word glamorous, but for them, glamorous means large-breasted.
Oh, really?
Well,
Well,
It's
there you
that
accurate.
makes
That's accurate.
Well, it can be. Grace Kelly wasn't. And she was certainly glamorous.
Do they
Uh,
have a word
Jeff
that means
Connelly was
something like
glamorous.
elegant?
Not
Jeff
really,
Connelly was
no.
glamorous.
Hmm.
Japanese doesn't have a lot of natural words for prideful things.
Really?
No.
Even to describe something nice, or they just
No, it's
kind of
considered
acknowledge it that way
bad
saying
form in Japan
to describe something? Okay.
to stand out too much. We have an expression, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? And which is very, very true in America. Look how noisy people can be. But over here in Japan,
true.
their expression is quite the opposite. The nail that sticks up gets hammered down.
Oh, yeah.
That's a terrible thing to say.
Well,
They
my
don't.
friend John from Shanghai said the same thing. He said
Mhm.
the bamboo that the bamboo that rises above the others will be chopped down.
What
And
about
if
let
you
your
guys,
poppies grow tall?
what was that?
Here,
Let your poppies grow tall.
No, that would be Afghanistan. Um,
eh,
but for all of you who would never seen bamboo grow, it's the most shocking thing. You can come out and look at bamboo in the nighttime, and maybe it's like 8, 10 inches tall or something like that. Come out the next morning, and the thing will be 30 inches tall.
wow.
It's insane how
Like
fast bamboo
kudzu.
grows. It's insane. Yeah, it's like kudzu.
You'd be able to hear it grow at that point, couldn't you?
Well, bamboo forests are quite loud. They do crack and crinkle quite a bit.
Wow.
Maybe actually two.
Yeah.
I heard there's some people in England who know how to grow rhubarb so fast it makes cracking, popping noises.
Oh, that's interesting.
Really?
Yeah. It's weird to see it though. It's so weird to see how fast it grows. It's almost unsettling.
That's wild.
Yeah. And of course you gotta, if you have any kind of land or property, you have to keep at it. So in the summertime, if you have any kind of land that's on a forest edge or something like that, you are chopping a lot of bamboo, because if you don't, it'll just overtake everything immediately. You have to cut it back all the time.
Wow.
Yeah. I know this from personal experience.
You've got to take care of it, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing left.
Yep.
Strange. Where's bamboo from natively? Like, is it introduced from somewhere, or is it just kind of
It's
from
Asia.
everyplace?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think it's one of the reasons that they got such a, I mean, there were a couple of cultures in the past that I think were, we don't know really where they originated, but they were more sophisticated than other humans for whatever reason. And probably they weren't even human. They were older types of humans, right? But here in Asia, things caught on real quick because of bamboo. It's shocking how many things you can make out of bamboo. It's shocking.
Oh yeah.
It's a good thing to have grow crazy.
Yeah, no, it is why they came, they gained technology, innovated so quickly, is the bamboo, 100%. Yeah.
Well, yeah, trees take a really long time to grow.
Yeah, but
So if you wanted to try and,
that's true. But keep in mind, a lot of the early burgeoning cultures were actually in deserts.
so they didn't grow. What did they make stuff with?
Mud brick.
Stones.
They didn't.
Bamboo and mushrooms.
Bamboo. Bamboo and mud.
Tell you, watching the Asians get on with the frickin' bamboo is really interesting, actually.
You can eat it, and
Eat
you
it.
can make structural stuff out
You
of
can
it.
make structural. You can make
It is
chairs,
edible?
tables, cups. You can
Wow.
use it for water lines to move more water over long distances. You can make
Yep.
knives out of it that are very sharp. It's just ridiculous. They can bend it, break it up, and use it as rope. It's just crazy. Bamboo is one of the most versatile natural products on Earth.
Yeah,
I heard a story.
it has a very high, the cells are very high in calcium cell
Mhm.
walls.
Oh,
So it is incredibly tough, and it also will dull tools very quickly.
It will.
Yeah.
ooh.
It will. That is true.
Could you make a tool for cutting bamboo out of bamboo, or do you have to make it out of something else?
You'd need to make it out of something else.
Yeah, they do. They
Mm.
usually use a kama, which in the West we call a scythe, a hand scythe.
Oh, so they do have some metal then.
Sure.
Okay.
They're one of the early crucible cultures, actually.
Which is also made out of
Oh,
bamboo.
neat.
That's right.
Few people are
Well, the
aware.
handle would have been made out of bamboo, right?
Oh, there you go. That's
Well,
part of it.
technically,
It really wasn't
technically,
until the first Silk Roads that the Asians started thinking about using hardwoods for things. They didn't really use it very much. But the early Commission Silk Road with, I can't remember the name of the king, but this is before before China was China. But that early Silk Road is when we start seeing, archaeologically, you start seeing woodwork objects and clay pottery starting to pop up. Which is really interesting. So they must have got it from the West. But if you go over to Japan, which always keeps itself, they're very xenophobic. They keep themselves separate. You go over to Japan, they were doing. They're some of the earliest ceramic pottery cultures on Earth are in here in these islands. So it's weird that the Chinese
Really?
didn't pick it up until, of course, this we're talking thousands of years ago. So it's but
Right.
that is interesting. And then on the other the juxtaposition to that, the Japanese had horrible metal. They were doing old furnace style metal. It was, of course, they don't have good metal here in Japan anyway, but they just were horrible metalsmiths
Oh, it's made out of bamboo.
because of the bamboo. But in China, they had
Right.
full on crucible steel from the Middle East, right? Full on. At the same time, the Japanese could barely even put metal together, and they're right next to each other. They're trading with each other. I don't understand how that happened. No one does. It's one of those mysteries of history.
Huh. They just didn't bother to ask how to do it, or
I don't know. We just don't. It doesn't
So you
make
answered my
sense.
question about the trees, because I was going to say they have hardwood trees, they just didn't use them.
They didn't until maybe about 4,000, 4,500 years ago. Yeah,
I was going to say, were they like planted there? Maybe they weren't native,
could have been.
like England, where all of their
oh,
trees came from other countries.
oh,
It's possible. Yeah. Well, then England is a whole nother conversation, Elrod, because
Mhm.
England itself is all manicured. There is nothing there that is
Yeah.
natural anymore. It's all man-made, right?
Nope.
So yeah, England, who knows, right? But maybe it's very possible because over here you have like Vietnam, and a lot of historians want to think that the Southeast Asians cultures developed much later. You know, it was other than the influence from the Chinese. But yet, if you go to Vietnam, the entire and of course it goes into Cambodia as well, but the entire coastal and intercoastal area of Vietnam is all man-made, just like England, all of it. Who made that? Nobody knows.
hmm.
Yeah.
England? Did they go over and make it?
Now,
That would have been a long way to
the
go.
problem with stone is you can't age it.
Uh,
That's the problem with stone, you know. But yeah, there's a lot of mysteries like that around the world. But yeah, why the Japanese didn't have crucible steel is is a big mystery. Now, of course, they being as innovative as the Japanese are, they took this horrible steel. They figured out a way to layer softer and harder together. They came out with a pretty good, golf club, beating bat, and then they trained in their soldiers in incredible long periods of time to use it in a very, very effective way, therefore giving you the katana, right? The
huh.
katana's shit. It's a horrible sword. But the samurai who carried it,
Mhm.
wow. Watch
Okay,
out.
so you gave them a decent sword.
Oh, they got some and they were nasty there for a while. That's what kept Kublai out.
Mm. Oh my goodness. I wonder if that is true. How is it they didn't figure out how to make decent metal if they had the materials for it?
I
They
don't
just
I
Or,
don't
made.
know.
another way they make a sword.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I often see where they talk about, the allure of the Japanese katana, but when compared to swords in other cultures,
Mm.
they're not as good.
Nowhere near. They're horrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the Viking longsword was considered far superior
Oh
to
yeah.
the katana.
Absolutely. And later European stuff
Well, it's
was
because a
incredible.
katana is it's very thin. You could shave with it. It's so the razor edge is so thin, which just means it breaks like glass if you hit anything.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. But no, it's not a good
When you
sword,
lose
but
an
the
eye
training
because
is
you get
amazing.
scarred with metal in your eye.
You probably could.
I
Yeah.
was going to say that coincidentally, the best sushi knife.
I know that was funny, but I couldn't hear it because you were roboting, so I'll just chuckle anyway. But no, actually, the best sword makers in history are people who barely even needed swords, and that would be the Indians. The Indians are the
They're
best
just really
sword
good
makers.
hunters.
They really were. And then, of
Otter
course, next
feather.
would be the
Really?
Middle Easterners. They were amazing.
Daughter feather.
Dot.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
These have swords.
Period.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're not great warriors. They're not great soldiers. But then again, over here in the Orient and East Asia, the only really good soldiers are the Japanese anyway. Everybody else is kind of messed up. But then again, the Japanese get all their fighting strategy, Bushido and all that stuff is coming from the Slavics peoples, the
Mm.
Altai people, right?
I'll be right back.
So,
Okay.
yeah, the Japanese are unique over here. But then again, the Japanese, even though they look like, the other the Asian groups, they look Asian-ish. Actually,
Mhm.
genetically, anthropologically, we don't classify them as Mongoloid. They are actually Caucasoids
Hmm.
genetically.
Oh,
Hmm.
they
Yeah,
white.
they're white. Yeah, even though they don't look it, but
Hmm.
it's interesting because the Japanese are unique in amongst the Asian
Whack.
groups because they're Caucasoids. Yeah.
And they got onto an island that's not directly connected
they
to
do
the
have
rest of
public
Asia.
Yeah, they did. That
He went
was
to go get his kazoo.
that was bad. That was nice and bad.
Nice.
And of course, good
Hey,
timing. Stop me talking
on the
about history. Very nice.
on the Bald and Balding interview, I actually show
Mhm.
the kazoo.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god.
Really?
We could see it.
Kazoo.
I show the
Yes.
magical kazoo.
Oh,
And I even play.
Oh,
I even play
Jeff.
a brief symphony.
In September, will you bring it to Detroit
ooh.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
You should.
Right?
so I can hold it?
You should be able to
Touch
hold
it.
it. You can touch it.
You can
Yes.
touch it.
The golden
Can't
I can
hold
touch
it.
Yes.
Jeff's kazoo.
Nice.
Nice.
So it's kind of nice if I were
He
there.
made me wash my hands before.
Oh goodness, yes. But it would be bald, and balding.
You know, if you get to blow it.
There you go.
That was just inappropriate, Alan.
Yeah.
Thanks, Michael.
It was just too much.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
I forgive you.
Sorry, Charlie Murphy. I was having too much fun.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. All right, let's go take a look here. Bloomery sucks. Right, Raythul says. Yeah, fair enough. It does suck. It's fun if you want to do it in your backyard and you want to make some metal for a hobby. But if you want real metal, you need to go Crucible. As far as what you can do in your backyard, right? Anyway, let's go take a look here. Now, Amaran brought some game today. We got. I've seen this clip of her in this dress. I don't know what movie it's from.
Rocketeer.
Rocketeer. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
But dude, it looks like Jenny. Good job.
a little bit. Yeah,
Jenny
I'm not
from the
that
block.
good at real people.
No, not
but-
that.
Oh, she's beautiful.
That's an irritating Jenny.
Oh.
The good thing I have to say, I've never heard Jenifer ever speak about her political opinion. So that's
Nah,
good.
she didn't pick up. Yeah.
Well, I mean, just
She's-
keep it to
Is
yourself.
he
and-
living a full life?
yeah, well, she is. She's married with I don't know how many kids. Does she have
In
kids?
Hollywood,
Anybody know?
she's at least pretending
I-
that.
Oh, I
think
don't
she
know. Probably.
She even like I think she shows them off on Instagram and stuff like that.
I
So,
don't
yeah.
know.
Ah, proud
I've never
mama.
seen her Instagram. I would assume she'd have kids. Knowing my auntie, I think she would beat her about the head and shoulders if she didn't have kids.
Yeah.
So I imagine she's got 2 or 3, I would think. But nevertheless, this looks great. What do you think, Jeff?
3. She has 3 children.
I'm busy looking up to see how many children Jenifer Connelly has.
Like I said, I imagine she's got 2 or 3 coming from our generation.
So let me see.
Mhm.
Blah 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 labyrinth blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
Connelly had a romance with Billy Campbell, became engaged, broke up in 1990. Blah 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 blah. Private ceremony, Scotland, Paul Bettany. Da, da, da.
I don't even know who that Billy guy was.
Tribeca. It doesn't mention anything about her
He's
kids.
a Rocketeer.
She has 3 children, and she's married to a
Quincy Morris.
Paul Bettany.
Paul Bettany. Yeah, that's Vision
Yeah.
from Marvel.
Outrageous
really?
O'Connor.
So she actually married the Rocketeer.
No, she was engaged to him.
Engaged. Well, I mean,
Aw.
he was a hottie. Let's
She
give.
couldn't marry him because he was
give him credit.
outrageous.
Well, he was a good-looking dude, though.
He
That was
bedded
very-
Terry Hatcher in Star Trek.
Oh my God,
Oh my.
He
That's-
killed Dracula.
he killed Drake. He did. That's true. Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway,
was
so
Quincy.
Amy says she's got 3 kids. Nice. Cool. Well, thank you very much, Amran.
Amy has 3 kids.
Amy does, and
No,
so does Jenifer.
Wow.
Connelly has 3 kids.
Yeah. How old is her oldest?
Let's see.
Amy's or Jennifer's?
Well, let's just go for both.
Let's see. Let's see. So married, broken high school, the 2 kids together. She...
2003 and 2011.
There you go.
They're grown
It
up
says
now.
they have 2 children,
Mhm.
not 3.
I see.
Really?
So her kids are younger than mine. That's interesting.
Hmm.
Anyway, looks good. Do you guys like Armor
You
Son?
beat her.
I did.
Yay!
And I got married a bit later. But vote for him in the straw poll. Very nice. Jeff, we're moving on over here to Amy. I like this collage she put together with the insects and
Cute.
fairies and silhouettes and
Hmm.
It's very
lots.
So
collagey.
It is collagey.
very collagey.
We
I
got
just wanted to try a bunch of different movies.
what's the one on the
So
shoulder? What's that?
up in the upper right hand corner,
Upper
I
left.
did
Upper left.
Hulk. Upper.
Oh, the Hulk. She's on the
Oh
Hulk
yeah,
shoulder. Oh, okay,
Yep.
okay.
Hulk and the Betty Ross, and then
Yes,
that's
very well.
below is from Alita,
Yep.
and then there's the lady from Rocketeer,
Uh-huh.
and of course the girl from Labyrinth, and then little bugs flying
Little
around.
bugs. I like it. What
This
do you
is
think,
very
Jeff?
this is very ambitious.
It is. I like it. I
Oh,
like what you did today. It's
thank
nice.
you.
Yeah,
Very
It's
collegiate.
okay.
it is.
It was fun using the black and white together like that, and just thinking, what shades need to kind of, which tone needs to go where to kind of represent what element of a character's design and how the silhouette will read best, and the the time and the space that's allowed.
Sure.
I
Now
also
you're
like
taking
the
a
lines
feather out
for
of
it.
Jason's cap. It's nice.
Oh,
Great artists.
Not Jason, not
Uh-huh.
not Jiminy, the other Jason.
okay. The
It's
other Jason.
there's two
Ah.
Jasons. Sometimes I have
Jason,
three
not
Jasons.
Jason.
It's
Three.
it's
Three
troublesome,
to
you
three
know,
Jasons.
because I have a Jason Gonzalez, right? I got black
Mhm.
and white Jason, and I got Jiminy Cricket.
Yes.
So that's how I
Almost like
categorize
One
you in my
Piece.
head, by the way. So
Gotcha.
but anyway, this is great. I like it very much. If you like what Amy has done, vote for the straw poll. I think this is going to go high today, Amy.
Oh, thank
I
you.
think
It was
so.
it was nice to be able to represent so many of her pieces in
Yeah.
one collage. So.
It's nice. It's nice. Of course, we have Eric here, and he's decided to be lewd. Of course, we don't know that technically that's Jennifer because there's a helmet on there. It could be
That's
anybody.
right,
Yeah.
because I am bad at likenesses, so I chose to do a helmet.
Nice cheat.
Hey, at least I
Nice cheat.
tried.
Nice cheat.
Yeah, Armor, try. You did a good job too.
It's Betty
Actually,
Page.
it is recognizable as her, dude. Yeah, you did a good job.
Yeah,
It's a
those
good piece, though.
eyebrows.
Yeah.
Recognize that
Those
side
giant,
boob
beefy
anywhere.
eyebrows.
She does have some.
I almost threw
serious
eyebrows on the helmet. Because they'd be poking through that helmet.
Sharper than steel.
The only thing I really remember much, other than the cousin who liked the snakes, with her was she was very, very, very white, very pale, and
Really?
the sun really did not like her at all.
Oh,
Mm.
poor thing.
Oh,
So she was
Darn.
I can
often
see that.
lotioned up.
Mm.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she was very pale.
Wow.
I remember that. Anyway,
Still seems lived a full good life, so that's not a big problem. Just remember to
well,
keep the sunblock with you.
I have same kind of problem.
owl.
Really, I can't be in the sun for any length of time. I
Mm.
burn. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh, you get crazy.
I'm a fried ginger if I do that.
Sure. Yeah. Well, we just don't have the melanin to protect us, you know.
Except those little bitty freckles. I guess they're okay.
Yeah, they're sort of.
Well, I mean, if you are a person who stays in the sun a lot, you'll gain freckles that way. But some people are just, the mix and they get the spattering of melanin. But I'm definitely, I don't have any melanin at all.
Just burn. Aw.
The sun just burns me. But oh well, it's But if you go to Northern Europe, you'll understand why.
Mm.
Yeah, there's plenty of places there where people who visit have to take a special vitamin D pill, and some other medicine, and have actual sun lamps in the house because they will actually get sick and depressed because the
Right.
lack of sun. You know.
Oh yeah. I think I remember seeing something about that. In like some of the Nordic countries, you just have sun lamps. It's like
Yeah, the people coming in, the white people are, well, everybody's unique in their own way, of course, but
sure.
we have adaptation in us that we make our own vitamin D. We don't need the sun to do so.
Oh, huh.
Yeah,
That's interesting. That's quite an adaptation.
it is. I mean, all human groups have their own little things, right?
I'm powerful.
What, you can make your own vitamin D, I guess. Which means we can live in a cave and we don't have to come out.
Okay.
I could stay isolated forever.
Bonuses. Of course, the offside of this genetically for us is the fact that we require a much higher intake of meat, and if we don't eat meat, we will die.
Really?
Now, all humans will, but you can get a good 4 or 5 years without meat for most human groups, but we can't go very long without meat at all.
Well, vegan appetite
Really?
for us.
That's interesting.
No, you got to
Does
take
it matter if it's like? Does it matter if it's red meat or like fish or chicken or any
You
particular
just
kind?
need the minerals and the various enzymes we get from meats, where we have a high requirement. All humans need a certain amount, but they have drugs today, so you can be a vegan if you want to, as long as you take those drugs. You got to be skinny and unhealthy if you're white, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe have some hamburgers instead of drugs.
A little
That
bit,
sounds-
a little
don't-
bit.
don't do drugs,
Vegetarian's
kids.
better than vegan. Go vegetarian. You'll be all right.
Jeez, an
Yeah.
X.
Anyway, if you like what Eric's done, please vote from the straw poll. I think it's really good. Good job, Eric. Let's go over here, and Melissa has paused her stream for some reason. No, it's back.
Am I done?
Okay. This is, I think it's called 9.
The movie is called Nine. This particular character from that Jenifer Connelly played, her name is Seven.
7, right.
I
Yeah.
saw it. It was actually really good.
Yeah, it was a good movie. I remember
She's very cute.
it. It was nice. It was an interesting little flick. Yeah.
Oh, that Russian movie.
Was it? I have no idea. Well, she's done a lot
It
of
was
work with the
guy that did,
Europeans, dude.
It's the guy that did Night Watch.
Oh, I love that movie, dude. Night Watch and Day Watch, those are great. I didn't know that. I like this movie too. My kids loved it as well. Yeah, she's done a lot of European work in her life. I don't know how that connection happened for her. I have no clue. But somehow she got in with the Europeans and she went on to do a bunch of stuff.
Argento, probably, right?
Maybe it was Argento.
She did that thing where she talked to flies.
She did, but I mean that wasn't her first work though. That's the last time I remember
It's her
seeing
second
her.
movie, right?
No, I think it was like 4 or 5. But I remember her. That's the last time I saw her is when she went off to do that. Let me check real quick which number that was. That was her 4th outing. Yeah, that was her 4th outing.
Wow.
Yeah.
What'd she do before that?
She was in some TV thing. She was in a Duran
Yeah.
Duran video, and she was in some movie called Once Upon a Time in America.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then she did the
Terrible movie. It's unwatchable.
It was horrible. And then she did the Argento movie. And like I said, that's the last time I saw her. And then, of course, she did other stuff I didn't even know. And then the family was all super hyped about the big Hollywood drop that she had with Labyrinth. I remember the family was all around, was all excited to go to the theaters and see Labyrinth. I remember.
Aw.
Yeah.
Cheer
Yeah. And it was pretty good. I thought Labyrinth was fine. She did a good job in it.
Yeah.
It's so good movie.
Yeah. So anyway, let me go back over here.
It got saved by home video.
What was that?
It was saved by home video because it was a flop in theaters.
Oh well, maybe I don't remember. I was I was just a young high school kid.
It was that perfect time when movies stopped mattering because you could watch them at home.
I did go out with my Aunt Hilda and her children. I went to go see the movie with them. I remember. So I did see it in the theaters initially.
From Hilda. No.
Anyway, if you this is pretty good, Melissa. Thank you. Very quick too. If you guys like what
Yeah.
Honey has done, please vote for the straw poll. Very nice. We got Mr. Motion here, Jeff. And very interesting. What is this from?
Oh, cool.
The labyrinth is when she's in the big dress and she's dancing with David Bowie.
Oh yeah. The puffy dress.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
A great dress.
I'm really having a hard time with the face though, so it's. But I'm
I
gonna
think it looks pretty
push.
good.
Yeah,
Put
no,
a
I
helmet
see.
on her.
I see what you mean. It's going a little bit more share.
It is going with.
Yeah.
Just make the
that's what I'm
eyebrows
good.
thicker.
Yeah, thicker,
Yeah.
thicker.
Caterpillar eyebrows when you do it.
And her
If
face
you want to go
is.
share, if you want to go share, make sure those eyes are way inset into the sockets.
That's true. That's true. And but a little bit rounder and bigger eyebrows. You probably got it. Yeah. Still looks good though. What do you think, Jeff?
Very good.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice.
Mm.
It's spooky. It feels more like a later Argento film, actually. But very nice. If you like what Jason has done, please vote for the straw poll. Let's move over here to Alan. And Alan, of course, has done Labyrinth as well, but he's done her as David Bowie, which is interesting.
It's a great costume, you have to admit.
Martin never paid.
Yeah. Now, who was it that was supposed to do it? But then they got David Bowie on board, and they brought David. It was someone else that was supposed to play that part of the Goblin King.
According to
I think it
the
was always him.
costume, it looks like Tina Turner.
A little bit. It
Well,
does.
her hair. It was on their own.
I bet Minty has a video on it.
I bet you Minty does. Yeah, I bet you he does. For all his autism, he does do his research, man, Minty.
Oh, he does, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he watches the extras on every DVD.
he does. But I also think he goes and digs on the
It tells
internet.
you all the things you already know.
That's fine. You don't. Eric, get him. Pick on Minty.
I like Minty.
I like Minty too. Yeah.
He's lovable. Yeah.
He is lovable. He's barely functional autist. So it's great. His comedy is
longest time I
really
know,
not funny, and therefore it's funny.
I bet Armoron could take him in a fight.
I bet. Yeah. Pretty
I
much
think he
anybody.
could.
I think Amy
Well,
could take him
close.
in a fight, to be honest with you.
In the beginning, I was convinced
He
that
almost
Elvis
went
Booster.
with Sting, Prince, Mick Jagger, and Michael Jackson, but ultimately decided David Bowie.
Say it again.
I do remember Michael Jackson, yeah.
Yeah, Michael Jackson, I remember hearing. Yeah, Sting, Prince,
Sting.
Mick Jagger.
Sting. That's the one I remember. Sting.
Hmm.
Yeah. David Bowie was the right choice, though. He was the right choice. And David's in a
Okay,
few
Michael
really
Jackson
good movies,
tried to be
actually.
in every movie back then.
That's true. But
Michael.
but
He tried to be Jar Jar Binks.
well, yeah. But the thing with Michael, though, back in that time, he was almost still cool, right? It went downhill.
He was Captain EO.
Oh God,
EO.
it was so bad. I mean, but if you go back and look at some of the earlier Jackson 5, I don't mean when he's little, when he's getting a little older, the boy's getting older, and especially when I forget what it was, but the older brother left, and then the younger brother, Michael's younger brother, came in and was actually part of the group instead of just sitting in the back on the bongos. And then of course Michael left, and the older brother came back, and they continue as the Jackson 5 without Michael. But some of that stuff when Michael's around 14, 16 years old, there's some good stuff in there, man. Am I the only one who remembers the Jackson 5?
I remember the
No,
Jackson.
I remember.
They
I
have
remember.
a Christmas song, right?
You remember.
I remember when Hair caught on fire.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I prefer the Jackson 5 to Michael's solo career, really. And he
Really?
was a better dancer with the Jackson 5. He was. He was super slick, but they were doing that kind of
First album.
funk, Motown thing back in that day,
Mm.
kind of. And when he went on and did his
Kinda
Michael thing, I just think it wasn't as good. But whatever.
I think Michael's first album was very Jackson 5 still.
There was some good vocals in it, that's for sure. But once Thriller hit and it became the mega giant thing that it was, we lost any kind of innovative Michael. We got that pattern forever. It was done, right? And not saying he didn't come out with some good songs after that, because he did, but the pattern didn't change. His dance and everything was the same. Before that he did all kind of different stuff, some really interesting vocal stuff. His dances were super groovy in the mid 80s, early
Right.
80s. Oh yeah.
Yeah, dance was a big thing for his.
I mean, what? Well, that's mainly what he is a dancer, right?
Everybody, yeah, everybody knows that. So.
Well, anyway, that's just my opinion on it. Anyway, but if you guys like what Alan has done, please vote for the straw poll. It's great.
Yay. Am I audible?
You are audible.
Barely.
Oh, okay, I wasn't sure. Michael Jackson and Sting were originally considered for the role of Goblin King before it went to David Bowie.
There you go.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I remember the Sting one. I didn't remember Michael, but Elrod's right. They were trying to put Michael in everything, and nothing really stuck other than the Oz thing.
Yeah.
And that was that was an
That was
abomination.
before he was big.
It was.
That's before he was really big. Though.
But it wasn't good.
He was a scarecrow.
He was.
Mhm.
Elrod, do you have anything for us, or yes or no?
I did nothing. I drew a little line. See
You
that?
did. Nice lines. If you like
Good
lines, vote for Elrod in the draw along. There you go. Thank you, Elrod. All right,
Jenifer Connelly in a
Did a
snowstorm.
Deja Taurus for you.
What was that?
All right. Deja Thurs.
Yay, Deja Thurs.
Deja Thor is very nice. Someone, Armron decided to give us Jennifer as Wonder Woman. All right, fine.
There you go.
Let's see here. Elrod. Well, you did do something over here, Elrod.
Oh yeah, I started. I did some floating head.
This, of course, is her famous scene bouncing on the little horse. Yes.
Oh, that's like from last week. That was I didn't have time since I came here like in the last.
Yeah, we were posting shit like last Friday.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that, everybody. It was my fault. But
You're fine.
Chester's okay, just so everybody knows. He's okay.
Yeah, no, I just
okay.
literally.
You don't tell him what happened. It's fine. It's fine. You don't tell.
All right.
Just don't click on
There's a lot of hobby horses here. I wonder why. Pablo. Oh God.
Don't click on it. Whatever you do. You do not
We'll
want
go with
to
we'll go with this one. This one is safe for consumption. Goodness gracious, Pablo. Alrighty. Let's see here. We got Mike did something from last week, probably. What is this, Mike? Ituasa da Bauza. I'm old and tired. That's like I don't know what that is. Spoiler.
I think it's old Mario.
Yeah, I'm not sharing it, Pablo. I'll share this one. This one's okay. This one's good. We can show this one.
Oh,
This
that's
one's fine.
beautiful.
Pablo is scarring for life.
Yeah, that's right. We got Jason Gonzalez here, of course, and he did the same puffy dress scene from Labyrinth. Very nice. Very good.
Oh, what a nice profile.
Jiminy lied. He did do something. It's actually really good, dude. Look at that.
That's good.
Yeah, you might want to do something with that art stuff there, Jiminy. It's not bad.
I'll think about it.
I mean, you should. I think there might be a future there. That is right on though. That does look like her.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Pablo did so. Pablo's on the Jennifer thing today. He's a bit excited, overexcited, I think. Pablo, a little bit.
I think for the last
nice
week.
That is great though. It's so on model. Look at that, guys.
Love the draping on the fabric.
He does some good stuff.
It is, yeah. Pablo's solid, dude. And he even has a time lapse of putting this this little collage together. Very nice.
Oh,
All right.
Really?
I don't see
Very
anything
cool.
from Rosa today, so that's fine.
I'm not doing it today.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Did we go through all the artists?
I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
Did I forget anyone? I don't think I did.
Oh yeah, okay. We saw Melissa.
Yeah, I saw her. I went through everybody. Yeah, it's
Okay.
great. Get in there and vote, guys. I'm going to go over here and take a look at go to the Twitters and take a look at Doug, of course, and see if there's anything fun and cute on there. Although it seems that the only news that exists in the world anymore is Donald Trump. So fair enough.
Yeah.
Wow, 33 years in a Israeli prison.
Oh,
That is
no.
kind of nice. He probably murdered a lot of people, though.
Oh. Yeah.
But 33 years is
Even
long
as a
enough.
kid?
Oh,
Yeah, I guess so.
tell you what, you
probably-
go over to that
probably-
area and you give a gun to a Jewish kid and say, kill the Palestinian, they'll put the gun down. You give it to a Palestinian, they'll pull that trigger before you can even say the word.
They say he's a child. He's probably 16.
Yeah, maybe. But I mean, it is a problem. They are raised from birth to kill the Jew. It's a problem. And, I'm not
That's
saying that there
awful.
aren't other troublesome Islamists around, because there are. But most of the Muslim countries are not that rabid. The Palestinians are the worst of the worst when it comes to Islamic hate and stuff like that. It just is what it
Seems
is.
anywhere they show up,
Yeah,
the nations go all kinds of trouble. Like Egypt doesn't want anything to do with them.
No one wants anything to do with them. I mean, I understand Islamists are the problem. I get it, but they're different. I mean, you get plenty of other normal Muslims that wouldn't do that at all. These people are having a hard time with water. Fair enough.
Yeah,
Boats aren't being easy for them. Yeah.
I think it's just it's one of those floating piers, and they move a little bit, right?
Or they're drunk.
Yeah.
Oh, for that, yeah. I actually got one of those right out here in the bay.
How hot is that pan?
It's hot.
My
It's hot.
goodness.
Yeah, I've actually had this kind of serving in this similar situation. It's interesting. Here, I don't know about, they probably do it elsewhere too, but here in Asia, it's very popular to give you a hot plate like this, a cast iron plate. It's very, very popular. You guys got that over in
someone's
America?
able to.
Yeah, we got
Maybe, but I feel like, I mean, he was
I mean,
carrying that on a little
only
wooden
at Waffle
thing,
House.
barehanded.
Waffle House.
You gotta go to, or you gotta go to El Torito, and they'll give you a nice fajita plate on something like that.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I've heard legends of the Waffle House.
That
all
lady just
true.
pulled a chair out of the sky.
The legends are true.
The first rule of Waffle House is you don't talk about Waffle House.
Fair enough. Yeah.
That's
Let's see. Can I find anything that's cute? All right, ma'am, it's not a lot of weight. What are you doing? That's nice. He helped her out. Now she
There you
sues you.
go.
My goodness, dude, that's like 5 pounds.
Those bars aren't light though.
That's nothing. I could literally pinky that.
Good for you.
That's
Maybe she's
insane. What
first
is
time
that, guys?
trying
That's
to
like
lift
5 pounds, right?
anything.
10 pounds?
Yeah, that's
Wow.
maybe 20 pounds with the bar.
Yeah, and it's not much at all.
It's
It's
very-
literally nothing.
That kid needs Jesus.
Well, we can't
He
hear it. Maybe
does
she
need
farted.
Jesus.
Come on.
No, this kid needs Jesus. Absolutely. I'm with Joe Rogan on that. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
dang.
Her filter's pretty.
I'm looking for something cute and fun. Okay. All right, a little bit. Oh, a little
dancing.
bit of a little ballerina. Oh,
Ah,
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
I wanted to see the.
ah,
22
that's great.
what was that, Jason?
I wanted to see if the kid
Oh,
turned around and
wow.
saw that thing behind him.
Oh, you want to see
I
that?
think it was
Okay.
a filter. I think he was. I think he was cutting out the ghost in the filter.
Oh, so it's
Yeah, he's cussing too. You know, even though I lived in a different, no, he's doing that intentionally, I guess. But
Right.
he's cussing out the ghost, I guess. But
Mm.
even though I lived in a foreign country, and of
Yeah.
course they speak Japanese here, I did not allow any vulgarity in the house, even though I say it myself, of course. But
Ah,
What the
no vulgarity in the house with the kids at all.
dad?
Appreciate
I
that.
never used it around them.
right.
Right. But I was quite stringent about that.
Mhm.
I mean, there's time and place, right?
Yeah.
But if my
Good
kid
for
was
her.
doing like that, there would be problems. There would be serious
Mhm.
issues if my kid was
They
cussing
would
like this. I grab him
Yeah.
up by the
resolve.
neck.
Rip his ear off.
No, but
Take out an eye.
put the fear of God in him.
I
I think I'm going to have
was
to go
laughing
with.
at the clown 2 posts up.
Oh yeah,
Oh, this-
I think I'm going to have to go with the ballerina. Oh, poor Gene. But he was old though. It's all
Yeah.
right.
Mhm.
Oh,
Re-
what about his
Yeah.
wife? His wife was young. So was his dog.
well, the dog was certainly young. The wife was 60 something, and yeah, it's too young. You're right. But
Yeah.
we'll
Oh,
have to
There's
wait and
some
see
of
what
them
happened.
when
That
they
I think
die,
it's going
though.
to turn out to be carbon dioxide or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
carbon. Yeah,
Well, they
Monoxide.
said it wasn't. There was no presence of carbon monoxide.
Yeah, we'll
But
see.
they were
Could have been a
they've been dead for
suicide pact.
weeks.
It could have been.
No, they were in separate
Thank
rooms.
you.
They were in separate rooms.
Yeah.
Stupid chicken. Stupid chicken.
Aw.
Maybe they panicked because of the rumors of the files dropping today.
Yeah,
Mm.
maybe.
yep.
Although he's a bit
Rejected.
old to have
Rejected.
been involved
Rejected.
with that, though.
Mm.
No, he's just the right age.
You sure?
In the 90s,
Oh
man.
man.
He would have been in
What
his
the
In the
prime
90s.
during while all that stuff was
What
going
is
on
that?
20 years ago.
Really? I thought
Lolita
the
Island
Epstein
has
stuff was mainly the 21st century.
What the heck is that, Chester?
It's a
been
crab.
going
Oh,
for a
good
long
lord,
time.
no.
It's a crab.
Okay.
Crab?
Yeah, I don't think I'm not going to find anything. Oh, that's cute.
Tomlin? He's in a graveyard. Why is he? What the heck? Is he happy
Oh,
that he made a
visiting daddy,
gravestone for him?
maybe?
Oh, his
Be
father.
his
Okay.
dad. Yeah, finally got a grave.
Yeah,
Aw.
that's nice. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
And the ballerina. Very nice.
Mhm.
You know, we don't have, excuse me, we don't have many of the cute puppy and animal stuff anymore, huh?
No, not so
Has
much.
the world abandoned the cute animal stuff?
I don't see how they could.
I don't know.
Kittens are still cute.
They
Out here.
are. They are.
You should put in puppies. Just put in the word puppies.
You see how soft I have become, Jason? It's your fault. You haven't
Yes.
been here to help me keep me on track.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Seven furries.
Yeah. Oh God, don't even.
That's a cool drawing.
It is, and it is recognizable as her as well.
Yeah.
This is from Phenomena. Is that
I see the
Halloween?
drawing from- Huh. I didn't see any images of Jennifer from Requiem for from a Dream.
I haven't seen that one.
You don't want to.
Boy,
I
that
don't.
looks well.
I heard
No.
that was one of her bigger success movies.
I'm sure it was. You don't want to watch it.
All right.
Doesn't mean it was good.
Yeah, I haven't really seen most of her stuff, but she does like romance drama stuff. I don't watch much of that. Thank you very much, Doug. It's great. Phenomenon 1985. Yeah. We were we were 15 years old at that time.
Yep. Yep.
Kill people.
Good days.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was good. The 80s were great. It's weird. We lived through it and we had a good fun time, but we didn't think of it as being great or anything. It just turned out to be. Yeah.
Guess you don't know till you look back, right?
Like the 70s.
Yeah, I mean, we were kids in the 70s and we had some good fun, right? But 80s was a lot of fun. I love the 80s. Early 90s too. Late 90s got weird and things started falling down.
Yeah. Once we became adults, it all went downhill.
It did, but that's all right. We put our head down and dealt with our kids, right? So it wasn't that big a deal. Yeah. But anyway, my kids turned out, so it's good. Anyway, thank you all very much. Do appreciate you. Let me go over here and grab the straw poll. Why? Just do that. Okay. All right. So let's see what we got here today. All right, we're still on points here, so this is it's always important. It's always important. All right. See what we got here. So, who won the DNQFE Chester's Hot Cousin competition? Thanks, Jeff.
Oh, dang.
Oh well. I just come from beautiful people's stock. It's all right. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Who said that? That was a
There you go.
model lady. Anyway, let's see what we got here. Amy,
Andy Mc. It was.
did Chester get free tickets to Labyrinth, Lester? No, I didn't. I mean, some of my family might have. I don't know idea. My aunt took
Yeah.
me. So
Well, she wanted to be supportive, so.
yeah, I all my aunties were the ones who were all excited about it, of course. But yeah, I went with my aunt Hilda. Let's see here.
That's a great name, Aunt Hilda.
Hilda, yeah. Well, it's my grandmother's name as well.
Oh wow.
We have Melissa. My favorite flavor of Jello is strawberry. Is that true? Fine.
It's delicious.
Orange.
My favorite is lime.
It is. Just understand that Jello and Giallo are different things. Okay. Number 4. Eric, I've been dreaming of this competition for years. I think that's probably true.
You passed by
All
Armor.
right. Yeah, you skipped Armor.
Did I? Oh, Jello movies must be a Yank invention. Armoron. That's fair.
We just call it jelly. We don't call it Jello.
Jelly. Oh, fair enough. Well, it's a brand name
Jelly?
thing. It became a word for us.
What do you call jelly?
Jelly.
Is that jam? Oh, so jelly and jelly are the same word?
Jelly is just jelly.
It's okay.
Oh, okay.
There's a difference between
Oh, it's
jelly and
different.
jam, but it's not appropriate.
Yeah, but it's okay. The Australians are primitive people.
Apparently, I can't have too much fun.
No, you can't.
We're the back to basics kind of people.
True. They are back to basics. Of course, everything is trying to kill them, so we give them a break. It's fair. You know, it is interesting that so many people in the world call Americans Yanks or Yankees, even though, you know, I'm the only Yankee here.
Yeah.
I am.
Fine.
I'm here.
Who else is a Yankee?
Me.
Nah, I'm no
New
good.
York is not Yankee land. You're the ones
What?
who. No. You guys picked on the Dutch, and you're the ones that called them Yankee, and we made it a point of pride.
What?
You don't get it.
What's the baseball team called?
They
What's the baseball team
once
called?
again, New York stole it as they steal everything else.
Oh my goodness.
What are you considering a Yankee, Chester?
New England.
Some from Massachusetts.
Just New England? Okay.
Well, not even, just the tri-state. No, I'm just kidding. But it is interesting. Why do the rest of the world call all Americans Yankees, though? It's weird. It's really just original colony people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured it was anyone from up north, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, for us,
Yeah.
it's only, you know,
Well,
because
Southerners
technically what
call-
I just said is true. The Dutch were called Yankees by the New Yorkers. I mean, it was actually a derogatory term initially. That's where it comes from. But of course, in modern time, you know, all of us New Englanders, New York, Pennsylvania, are Yankees, right? But anyway, moving on. Eric, I already did that. Alan,
Yeah.
Jello movies sound kinky. You know, I have actually.
Am I watching a Cosby film?
Right? I have actually, technically, Alan, officiated over Jello wrestling before. I have.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Flavor.
That does.
You in?
Well, my
What did you
favorite was Watermelon Jello Night. To be fair. We'll leave it at that.
Hmm.
Then number 6, Jason. I'm sure Chester's cousin is a sweet girl. Thank you, Jason.
Yes,
Very
he
nice.
is.
He seems
Elrod
sweet,
says
so
Jennifer
yeah.
Connelly's dog's press agent, Flash. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Muffins is a handful.
Yeah. All right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave Amy up here for a moment because I actually like a lot what she did. Melissa's
Aw.
was pretty solid drawing as
Aw.
well.
Yay.
Amron's was pretty good. Eric's was pretty good. I'm going to do that. Alan. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm done. Amy wins. That's interesting.
You win.
Amy wins.
Finish them.
What?
Well, I'm waiting to see if my vote did anything at
We'll
all.
Slow
see.
voting for me too.
I did vote for you.
No, I said it was
Aw.
slow voting for me. The validating was slow.
Yeah, I don't know why it's taking time. Yes, I thank you.
Yeah.
Show me the results. What are you doing, internet?
Let's see what happens.
Amy is winning. I actually mattered.
You
Nah,
matter.
You matter,
You
Chester.
always
You
matter.
That's not true. Ask Elrod.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh,
changes. Uh oh.
I'm dropping like a rock.
You are. Melissa just overtook you.
I draw under
what
boob
happened
and
to
nobody
me on Mike's.
cares.
That's what
Only
happened to
Well,
me
to be
last
fair,
week on Mike's D&Q. I dropped to last. That was great. I was like up like second or third, and towards the end it was just like not last. Okay. fine.
Yeah, they only care about underboob when Armoron does it, oddly enough.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
to
the
give you
reason
credit,
for
Eric,
that.
looks just like her underboob.
Stop copying me.
Although that is one thing, Jiminy, I have to say I did love about the 80s. There was a lot of underboob shirts, man. Whole bunch. Those girls were
Yeah.
pushing that limit, boy.
Weird science.
Yeah. No, there was a lot of that.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in summertime as everyone out running around roller skating. Roller skating was a thing. It did exist.
Yeah, but the men were wearing cutoff shirts too.
We just didn't watch. And the dudes mainly had the sides cut out so you could see their ribs, right?
The little bitty shorts. I've seen those like in references.
I may
in
or may
ladies'
not
night.
have
dolphin
worn
shorts,
those. Don't judge me.
I missed my
I know.
short shorts with my 3-inch inseam. I wish I could find some like that.
Yeah. Well,
I don't like the
back
ones
in
that go
like
past my
Lieutenant Dangle.
knees.
well, it was different back in those days. You wanted to show the girls your bulge, you see. Yeah. Boys don't seem to bother with it these days. They're all baggy shorts. Back then it was competition.
Oh boy.
You know what I'm saying is true, dude.
That's why I used to have a sock with a roll of quarters in it.
A lot of dudes did the sock thing. It was real. Now, did they do it in of their own volition, or they just get it out of the Hollywood movies at the time? I don't know. Probably Hollywood, I would imagine. But it was a thing for some dudes. But I definitely had the shirt where the sides was basically removed. I had those.
I had some of those too. Yeah. Yep.
I had the tight hot pants. Thank you, David Hasselhoff. And I had parachute pants. I had them. It's hammer time,
What?
baby.
Why?
So
Come on.
No, dude.
Parachute
I was
pants?
part of a breakdancing group when I was in high school. We were called the Egyptians. I was the guy on the left.
Oh no.
Like the shark, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shark on the left.
Left shark.
Left shark.
You don't take away my breakdancing years, Jason.
You got a rat tail too?
Maybe.
Oh no.
Maybe.
Dude, I had a rat
Robin had
tail,
the side
and
rat tail
then I
like
had a
Padawan
Viking braid. I
Spartan.
had a Viking braid as well.
Jay, he had a Padawan braid.
I did. I even had a
Chester had
point.
the mannequin.
I even had a point in my youth where I had the beard braid.
Oh, that's kind of cool, actually.
You were like a hairy
I
boy
don't
George.
mind that. That's what I'm working on right now.
Well, all the girls when I was in high school said I looked like the guy from Wham, just not the gay guy, the other guy.
I think they were
The
both
other
gay.
gay one?
Yeah,
Gay one
right.
or
No,
the other gay one?
my haircut was that kind of mullet. That I don't know. You had George Michael, was that his name?
Right, George
But
Michael, yeah.
the other guy in Wham,
Yeah,
I
right.
had this. I looked a lot like him, I guess.
Andrew. Something.
Andrew, that's what it was. Yeah.
Nick?
But
I don't know. Jones?
One of them.
I think he actually changed his name to some other guy.
what he basically
His
was.
actual surname.
Yeah.
Was it hyphenated or?
No, it's a surname. It's some other guy. It's
Some
like
other
one
guy.
word.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's some other guy, but he shortened it to some other guy.
And of course, you
Took
also
off the
had
steam.
the other type of fashion that everybody had, and I know you had it, Jason. So don't tell me you didn't. You must have had the pink, light green, or yellow Miami Vice jacket. Don't tell me you didn't.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Like a warm-up jacket or like a blazer?
No, a
Yeah.
blazer, the
Yeah.
Miami Vice blazer. Everybody,
Yeah.
colorful
The
Miami
sleeves
Vice
rolled
blazer.
up.
No, a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
people wore
Sleeves
those.
rolled up.
Those
Yeah.
are super popular.
Yeah, but the only people who wore those in high school were like the nerds who wanted to look cool. And they
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yep.
but they didn't realize that it made them look the exact opposite of cool.
But well, to be
There was a
fair,
kid, I think it was in our yearbook. There was the one kid who's like senior picture. He was wearing the Miami Vice get up.
right,
And
right,
this was
right.
like 10 years after Miami Vice. It
Oh
was
God.
great.
Oh, I
Oh, God.
love. That's amazing.
To be fair, though, Jason, I only wore
Yeah.
the Miami Vice jacket at church.
At church.
As you do.
Just like Sonny Prophet.
There you go. Oh, funny.
Yeah, yeah.
So you never wore socks? Did you go all the way?
I did. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No
I had a
socks.
members only jacket. That's about as close as I got.
Oh, there you go.
It was like a sport blazer with a t-shirt, right?
Dude, I still don't wear socks.
Or underwear.
Actually,
Or
I kind of
underwear.
like those. I really did
Sock
like
or
those
underwear.
members only jackets.
Yeah, they were good. But only when only when I wear a suit, I wear socks. But or I'm working or something like that. Actually, one of the fashions I never did was the Doc Martens, though.
That's because you weren't going around like looking, curb stomping the minorities, or why?
I wasn't. Yeah, I guess I missed out.
My God.
Oh darn!
Oh darn!
Okay, well,
Dang.
I had
I
Doc
think
Martens.
I think the voting is.
You know, in this area, there used to be
We're
Jewish
reminiscing,
skinheads.
You should
Jeff.
curse up the majority.
Okay.
Yeah. I had Ray Bans.
Let's see
Still
if I
wear
can
Ray Bans.
Find my senior picture here and post it in the chat.
I don't have
Yeah.
access to any of that stuff, dude. I
I gotta
definitely
see
had
if
a
I
mullet
can
though.
find it.
I had a Wham
Oh,
style
yeah.
mullet for sure.
You know, those have come back.
They have.
People are wearing those now.
They have.
Terrible.
It was never
They
good.
don't look cooler now?
But then all the girls basically hairsprayed their hair into oblivion anyway in the 80s. But anyway, thank you very much, Elrod, Jason, Eric, Melissa, Alan, Jello. Oh, that's Amaran. And of course, Rosa as well. But we got to give claps because Amy won today. Very nice. Amy pulled out. It's a nice piece, though. I did like it. I liked it a lot. Very good. So thank you all very much. Let me jump
It was a
over
lot of
here.
fun.
And yeah, no, I think so. And let's go over here and see what everybody's up to. So I will start with Amran. Hi, Two Banana Mike.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, dude. I showed the piece of art you put up from last week, so it looked good. Thank you.
Oh, whatever sketch I did or whatever it was.
Yeah, it was. I don't understand what it meant, but it looked good.
Oh, was it the old looking Italian guy with the Mario thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've just been playing around. So, long story short, my subscription on my iPad for Clip Studio Paint expired, and I'm done dumping money into that because why would I pay for it when I have it on the desktop? And so I never liked the inking system on Procreate, but I have been forcing myself to learn it, and I'm
Is it
getting the
growing on
handle
you?
of it, and in turn, it's taught me some other things that I will be able to apply traditional inking as well. So
Oh, there you go.
not all
nice.
for nothing, you know. So
Fair enough.
yeah,
I'm okay
Right.
with croquet. I actually kind of like it.
So
yeah.
are you up to anything, Mike? Is there anything coming out or any work in progress?
No, just right now, I'm gonna be building a new computer soon, which I need. So got that
Oh,
lovely
exciting.
update saying that your old computer will no longer be able to update and be supported, and
Oh
it's
yeah,
time.
the threat.
So
Yeah.
so right now I've got that going.
It'll still run.
That's all right. That's when you install Linux.
Yes,
What?
thank you.
Okay, what? I don't. I've heard that a million times, but what the heck is Linux, and what do
Linux,
you
so
do with it?
Red Hat, it's just an OS. And I
Yeah,
think
Okay.
it's an open source
it's
version
an
of
open
Windows.
source, yeah. But when you
Yeah.
get those kind of things from Windows stuff, just go get the Linux Red Hat and you're good. Got a little
Okay.
penguin
Okay.
on
Yeah.
it.
I mean, my computer that I have, it still has life to it, but it's definitely showing its age.
Yeah. Now Linux is good for the old stuff. It helps it run better. That's the real sweet spot for Linux is old
Mhm.
computers.
You're
Okay.
hacking old.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I like I said, I've heard of it a million times. It just I never looked into it. So,
Well, usually
but
Windows is good enough, or the Apple
right, right, right.
iOS. But no, in your situation, you want Linux for sure.
Okay,
Awesome.
cool.
Yeah, well, that's good to hear, dude. Nice to see you. I'm glad you came in.
Yeah, I wanted to be here. I actually had a lot of I pulled some very good reference photos, and the two banana dog is had a little bit of a finicky stomach, and so it's like
Oh.
I'm not going on tonight. So
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah.
yeah, but
Pablo says Linux is for nerds. Yeah,
I saw
nerds.
Yeah.
Pablo,
Nerds,
nerds are smart, Pablo.
yeah.
And most of
That's
us
also
have
the
really
OS the
great
Steam Deck runs
nicknames like Big Balls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very good. Thank you very much, Mike. Jiminy Cricket. Hello, sir.
Yeah, I'm here.
So
Sorry.
yeah, nice to see you
Talking about
come
what?
in. I miss you, dude. You're like one of the few people around here I actually like.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Chester.
That's one person. I'm kidding.
So, Jiminy,
They'll
you
leave
got
you
anything in the
be.
work?
I'm on Duolingo now, trying to learn Japanese.
Oh,
So I
sweet.
might stop by
Oh,
for a visit.
fun.
Oh, there you go. I also speak the Japanese.
Cool. I count to 10. I'm doing good.
Oh.
Oh, right.
But no, not much is going on. I need to start doing more live streams again. So yeah, maybe this will be a small start to me doing that
You
because I
should.
don't think I've done a drawing stream in about 6 months, maybe 8. It's been a while.
Oh yeah, it's
That's
a good
about
place,
it.
dude. We get
Well,
what between 60 and 80 views all together every week. It's a nice safe
yeah,
spot, dude.
yeah. And we're here every week
Mhm.
unless Chester's sleeping.
Unless I'm
Yep,
sleeping
yep, yep.
That's like
or out of country.
Oh, that too sometimes.
both.
Hopefully, if you're out of the country, you're also
Colonizer.
sleeping. Yes.
I am a colonizer. I am part of the colonization of Malta, most certainly.
King of Malta.
Yeah, but
No,
no, everything's going well. So
that's good.
That's
It's good to
awesome.
hear, dude.
Glad to hear it.
Very good.
yeah, it's great seeing you guys and talking to you,
Excellent.
Great
hanging out with you.
hearing
And
Yeah, it was
his
good
his
seeing you,
work
man.
will be
Absolutely.
his work will be demonstrated on the on my next book, The Revenant and the Cult, Book 2.
Ah, yes,
That's
yes.
right.
That come out next month?
No, it comes out in like 4 days.
oh
Okay.
my god.
Oh, nice.
Oh
That's
yeah,
next
Which
next
is
month.
month.
technically next month, which
Yeah,
is
really.
insane.
Aw,
Yeah, it is next month.
Day
This
after
year
tomorrow
is
is next
flying by, dude.
it really is.
Oh my gosh.
Nuts. I'm gonna post a link in the
So
chat so everybody can buy it.
You should.
Already did.
Yes.
There
Anyway,
you go. Bam, bam.
thank you very
Bam.
much. Rosa,
great to hear you again,
what you got?
Jenny.
Hi.
Rosa.
Okay, everybody, I love you and you and you and you and you, but especially you. And I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being here. I love you.
And of course, that applies to all of y'all out there in chat and everything else too. Still waiting on my book to come out. Just had some. Actually, I've had a little bit of a vision problem, so now I'm
You,
having to rely on
Rosa,
other people.
Rosa,
Yes, sir.
you skipped
Yes.
Alan.
I said him first.
Oh, okay. It's fine.
You say you and you. You clearly skipped and you, which is me. So
It's true.
I'll note that.
That's
Oh
true.
well,
Note
goodness.
that.
And
She
you.
Rosa got a big shout out. Rosa got a big shout out today.
I know. Yeah, it's embarrassing. No, John A. Douglas he was talking about the book. He was a big early promoter for me. Really, really, loved all of it. As far as a person that had some audience and actually loved it, and actually because he read it, Blaine Pardoe read it, and because Blaine Pardoe read it, I got a lot of my readers from that group. And so I was like, he was like, and he's had his kids been in the hospital and everything else. And he was like, I'm trying to get to your books,
bless him.
but I just haven't been able to do it.
Oh.
Send him a book box with all of the books. I mean, all of the books. It was like 20 pounds of books by the time I got finished. I had to save like pennies from a jar to get it in the mail. But and he was just really sweet about it. It was just it's really sweet. And I don't want people to feel like I'm not giving, and then I feel like bad because I can't send everybody like free books, just free books for everyone. Yay, And at the same time, it was really sweet. And Herman chimed in too on the chat. Thank you for being there, Jeff. And so it was kind of cool because usually we get to send out books and it's kind of like, we wonder if people are going to like it or not. But this time I sort of went full swag and got like swag merchandise and stuff. And so it was just something special for him. But I just knew he'd been having kind of a tough time with his kid being in the hospital and everything. I was like, I want to do something special for him. So I sent him this, and he was really nice about it. So that was sweet. And Herman was there, and he was nice too. Thank you, Herman. I love you.
That's good.
All right. Very good. Well, thank you. How about you, Jason? What you got?
Yay! Love you, Jason.
Hey, love you. Thank you. I'm actually getting some t-shirt designs out on Etsy here soon.
Ooh.
Fun.
The topic is called "Don't Believe the Lie." So I'm gonna get at least 3 designs out here soon. Already got one done, and all it needs to do is scanned and all this, all the fun stuff. But I'm also doing something for my grandpa for his birthday.
Aw.
That's
I can show you guys real quick, just peek at it. He's a musician himself, and he wants me to do an album cover for him. So let me just bring that up. Real quick.
Oh, how awesome! Oh, that's
that is cool.
beautiful.
Yeah, I like that.
How long have you been working on this piece?
This is my second day working.
Oh.
It looks really clean.
Yeah, this is it's been a while since I used white paper too. So
Right.
I'm actually using a brown pencil, charcoal pencil actually for it. The look like an old black
Like kind of sepia.
picture, but not black and white.
Right.
Yeah. But
That's awesome.
that's
Looks
what I'm
great.
doing. He looks a lot better now.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah, bigger eyebrows. That helps.
Yeah.
Great.
Fix your eyes a little bit.
Well, I mean, it's just one that's used to build on,
eyebrows,
right?
Yeah. It turned out good.
Yes, they do. You just gotta trust the process.
I'm happy now.
There you
Awesome.
go. Yeah.
Yay!
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Rosa, speaking about writing
Yeah,
stuff.
that's all I got.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you very much, dude.
Right.
But Rosa, speaking about writing
so
stuff, I have actually
I
been
don't
given.
really draw women all that much.
Oh, okay.
No, that's okay. It looks good, dude.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And for good.
He is roboting quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But what I was saying, Rosa, is I've actually the damn Egyptologist gave me an assignment.
What
What?
did they do to you?
Oh
They
no.
did. I'm in protest, but I'm going to do it
What?
anyway because the
Oh.
money's good.
What did you start a war?
No,
Okay.
they want me to. They're coming out with a collection of monographs with the Oxford Press, and they want me to write one on Tutmos II.
They
You're
can't
gonna
do
have a
it
good
themselves?
time.
They can. I just got the assignment. That's how that works. They kind of give everyone out the
Okay.
way, be
Yeah.
able to make
That's
money, right?
fun. That's
Mm,
They gave
fun. You're gonna
me the
love
Egyptology one, bastards.
you're gonna love it. You're gonna love every moment of it. It's gonna be
No,
great.
no. Although I don't, if you guys do care about history stuff, just to let you
Mhm.
know, um, a couple of years ago they found the original tomb of Tutmos II. Of course, he's famous. He's not famous himself. Well, Tutankhamun being his grandchild, but
Yeah.
his wife actually Hatshepsut was the kind of famous one, right? But nevertheless,
Mhm.
and of course they remade a tomb and they found that as well. And
Mhm.
they're about, I'd
Wow.
say, in either April, early June. Expect to see revelations coming out of Egypt because they're digging that out, and it's a major project because
Whoa.
the guy who built that tomb was very serious about it not getting uncovered. But they're more than halfway down now, and when they get that completed, we might well run into something of far more grandeur than Tutankhamun's tomb.
Well, this is
Rootin'
one.
tootin'.
Oh.
Isn't this one of the biggest discoveries we've had in Egypt
It
in probably
could
about
be.
50 years?
It could be. We
It's
have
so wonderful.
because keep in mind Tutankhamun was kind of, there was a civil war. He was kind of minor at the time. They threw him into a woman's tomb, right? And even though with all the treasure we pulled out, that was a very minor affair. Tutmos, if it's intact, which it should be, the way that it's been covered up, boy, that could be just phenomenal. Anyway, so they're
Well, that's
getting ahead
So,
and they're putting on these
yeah.
little collection of monographs talking about the Thumosin family line completely and stuff. And I was given the second one.
You're gonna be famous.
No, I'm
that's
You're gonna
not.
be.
No,
amazing.
I'm not. I have nothing to do with the dig
Gonna be
whatsoever.
cursed.
Uh,
Curse of rootin' tootin'.
but I'm
And
just
you're
Well,
gonna
saying,
be
there is you.
just to say that I am working on something. I do every year. I do something, right?
awesome.
That sounds exciting, though.
Not
How?
really.
I
It's
guess.
Egyptology. I
Is it
told you
like?
about them.
Well, still, if you find anything that's been totally lost for like millennia,
No,
that's
that's true.
kind of cool.
Yeah, no, it is super cool. If we found one of the old kingdom tombs that were lavished, oh my God, it would be the biggest thing ever. The new kingdom are spectacular from our point of view, but of course they are nowhere near the old kingdom stuff. But the old kingdom, we don't even know really where they put their stuff for the most part. But anyway,
Wow.
it's if you guys are into that kind of stuff, keep an eye on, I don't know, history channels. I don't know where they'd be. But because I'd say
I'm
probably
kind.
April or early June, because they're getting real
Okay.
close to getting at the entrance.
That sounds amazing.
I don't
You'll let
trust the
us know
History
if something good
Channel.
comes out, right?
Well,
And
well, I hope so.
aliens.
Oh, fair enough.
No, the aliens I don't mind. It was the documentary about the mermaids.
Oh, those are great
What?
though. I love
Oh
those.
yeah, they like hyped that up for like a year, didn't they?
Hmm
That was
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, there was a couple of those actually. All right, well, thank you.
Okay.
They
Let's
hyped it
see
up
here.
so much that people thought it was real.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
people did. Yeah. But
Mm.
and therefore victory. Honey,
Hello.
what's up?
Uh, um. Well, I guess I'm plodding along on the engine and still getting ready for that recital. Life's been good. I feel like I'm juggling things pretty well on a personal level, and I knew some new features have been added to the to the main game. Uh, so gosh, Amy, how much detail should I bring into this?
We're just looking. It's just some basic like point and click interface. It's not a mechanism that we had developed up to that point, but we thought, hey, that could be kind of cool if you want to make like a more complex puzzle elements. So the dialogue and the animators and all that are going. So we just thought, how much trouble is it going to be for this if I'm building the sets with the objects anyway? And she's like, maybe not too much. So can't leave very well alone, but it is coming along.
That's cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love I love point and click adventure games.
For real, yeah.
So like this next game, it's going to be amazing when we get it done.
Yeah.
I don't want to hype it up, but I'm just I'm just amazed by how it looks and the features that keep getting added. So proud of it, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. It's happening. It really is. And thanks for supporting us and giving us a chance to look at each other's art and tell each other stories, and it's all just wonderful. Thank you all. Yeah, God bless you.
We love
Excellent.
you.
Amy?
Hey, well, not much more you can add onto that.
That's pretty
Love
good.
you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us and drawing and just hanging out and chilling. Great to see. Also, hi to Alpha and to Sandaro and everybody else out in chat. So, yeah, I don't know what we're drawing next week, but I'm sure looking forward to it. And yeah, thanks, guys, and thanks so much for voting. And this is just really cool. I'm always thrilled when people like something I draw. So, thanks so much. Appreciate y'all. Love us.
Very good. Awesome. Thank you very much. Let's see here. Alan.
Just working on my pig. Just working on my pig book.
Nice.
But I thought I'd show off a
Yay.
page from it because I
Do
thought
it.
it was very fitting. So this is a joke page from it. It's like those old school.
Oh, how much fun was that?
Oh,
That's a
nice.
great page. That's
But-
very old school, dude. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
But there, it's full of little jokes and whatever. But I thought this was very, very fitting
Seagull.
for this episode because the area code here, as you can see, it's 675309.
You did that on
Jenny.
Jenny Street, 1981, from
Two-Ton
Good
Toys.
job.
Very nice.
Two-Tone. Yeah,
Hi, Two-Tone.
Nice.
Joey Two-Tone. Yeah,
That's excellent.
That's great.
Awesome.
75309.
Nice.
Oh, you know what? This
referencing.
is very
That's-
fitting. I'm gonna
It
show
is
that off.
fitting. That is great though. That it really reminds me of the old back of the comic book, right?
And that is an adorable pet monkey bat.
It is. It is. You can get karate classes. You can get the Frankenstein costumes. Did you guys ever order
Nice.
anything out of the back of the comics?
No.
No, I didn't either.
I don't think so.
Nah.
See,
The only thing I
monkeys?
ever ordered were
Sea monkey.
Shimmock.
was a subscription to comic books, and then I
Mhm.
realized
All right.
after when I got them that they came folded. I was mad.
Oh, that's horrible, dude.
Or they would have
Oh,
a.
no.
Horrible.
I seen
Yeah,
friends
Marvel
that
Comics.
they ordered that and they'll have
Huh?
the sticker.
Say
They'll
again?
also like have the sticker on the cover with like your address. It's like, oh, you just ruined the cover.
Right.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
they
like
weren't thinking it.
Yeah, but Marvel Comics, they would like fold the comics in half and then put
Right.
them inside like a cheap like brown
Mailer.
paper
Yeah.
mailer. And I
Hey.
was so ticked. I spent like $24 for two years of X-Men comics. I was just like,
Oh,
when will this end?
no.
It's like the longest 2 years of my
When I
life.
got them from Marvel, they were just like in a sleeve, like a
Yeah, right.
mystery bag
Yeah.
paper sleeve, and it had no top or bottom. So you were lucky if the comic didn't just slide out in delivery.
Oh,
There were a
wow.
couple
Are you
sleeves like,
kidding
oh
me?
look, I got the sleeve, but there's nothing in it.
Oh, that
Right,
sucks, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I always
How
bought my
could you do-
comics from the pharmacy.
Okay.
Mhm.
Cool. You were smart. You were
Yeah.
smart.
Well, it was right down the road. I just walked down. They had the little spinner racks.
Yeah, why not?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Pick up whatever looks good.
Yeah, that's true. Well, when I was older, though, I did go to a comic store and pick up all my comics on Monday.
Ah, fancy. Had it scheduled.
Yeah, no, I had a little slot they put all my stuff in.
Ah,
Yeah, it was
cool.
cool. All right, well, thank you very much, Alan. I do love this page. It's great, dude.
That looks cool.
All righty.
Sharky nuclear sub.
Absolutely. Let's see. Elrod, do you want to say something to the people?
Elrod.
No.
Okay. Thank you.
Aw.
I'm scared.
Nice
I'm
to have.
scared, Chester.
That's fair. That's fair. Are you worried about the certain news being and files being dropped soon there, George?
I'll only be heartbroken if Nicolas Cage is on the list.
Me too.
Oh.
Yeah, me too.
Seven can burn. I mean, they're none of the others
This is
count.
never coming out.
No, it's
It
not. It's
probably
it's
won't.
We all
fake.
got burned.
It's all fake. It's fake news.
Dude, that Rickroll today, that was rough. That was like literally, it's like, give us the Epstein files, and what comes up, never gonna give you up. I'm like, really?
Oh, that was. I
Seriously.
mean, the whole thing was fake. They were all out there like posing for photo op pictures and
They
stuff.
were.
It's like, nah. If you actually
Yeah.
saw something terrible, you're not going to laugh about it.
No,
No.
that's true. And we'll see. I mean, I have a feeling that one of the reasons they delayed cash so long was to deal
Get
with
rid of it.
eliminate that shit. Yeah.
Yep.
To get it out of the way.
Well, there's the rumor about who. I don't know if there's any validity to who he worked for, supposedly a different country, but if it is that country, we're never going to see it because they own all of our lawmakers.
That's true, and he's talking about the Jews.
I'll be good.
Yeah, no, probably a lot of people on that list are of those people. Yeah. But it's been rumored for a long time that Epstein was a Mossad agent. Yeah.
The only one we know for sure was on that list is Senator Dick Durbin, because he's the only person who was just putting his life on the line to defend covering it up.
That's true. That's true. Well, I mean, technically,
Even when the other side was like, you know what, just release it, whatever. He was like, no.
No,
You're
yeah.
like,
it
don't
depends.
protest too much there, buddy.
It's true, but it depends on what list you're looking at. If it's a Rolodex list, I mean, shoot, Trump's on that, I'm sure, right? A lot of people are going to be on that,
Well,
but really, what they want is the video
book,
release. It's the video
phone
release.
numbers. That could be anything.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I saw something redacted. I saw something redacted that was already put public. So it's like, what are they doing here?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah.
It is weird, but
It's a
I
clown
think
show.
I really think that whether they're involved or not, I really think the delay for Cash Patel was mainly for them to get in there and bleach bit the hell out of it. I really think that's what was going on. Now that doesn't necessarily forgive the Trump administration, but it gives them room, right?
Well, the FBI has till tomorrow morning to produce, or they're going to be held up on charges.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of people going to go to jail here, in the next few years, dude. A lot of people.
Might be Cash Patel, might be one of them.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. Although I really think this team he's put together is very, very tight knit, though. So we'll see how that goes. But no, a lot of people are going to go to jail. A lot of people are going to end up going to jail for sure. There's a lot of nonsense. It's mainly going to be mid-level agents and stuff like that. FBI, CIA, NSA, DOJ. There's a lot of people because they're in there, and who knows what kind of money or promises they're getting paid to do that because they know they're going to get busted. Because the thing is, and I kind of wonder how it's actually going to go with that, because keep in mind, day one at inauguration, Elon and his team, or his team is the one who did it. They went in there and mapped the entire system. So they might well have that on the map anyway.
It could be.
If it was any of it was digitalized, they got all of it. It's just a matter of going through it all. It's just so much data, right?
They got a lot of IEI experts helping them with that.
They do. They've had to fire a few too because there was a couple of weasels in the mix. Matter of fact,
Really?
there was someone snuck a video onto his Truth Social the other day of supposed Trump Gaza. Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we'll see. It's chaos and it's entertaining.
Yep.
So let's go here. Who's next?
Some
Amron
popcorn
is
and keep
next.
playing.
Amron, hi. How's it down under?
We're all saddened by the loss of our ruler.
Oh.
Abbo
Yeah.
died?
No, Lex Luthor. Ruler of
Yep.
Australia.
Oh, Gene Hackman. Yeah, that's true. The ruler of Australia. That's true. Nah, I mean he was a real fun actor, man.
Australia.
He did so many good things. Wasn't he in the one who flew over the cuckoo's nest with Jack Nicholson?
I don't think
Nah.
so.
No.
No. He was in a lot of stuff though.
You're thinking of Vincent Schiavelli.
No, fair. All right. So is that it? Just mourning the death of Gene Hackman, huh?
Yeah.
The whole country.
Well, he was a ruler for many years.
He was.
Sheesh.
He was.
Yeah.
Long time. Long time.
Beloved monarch.
Yeah, beloved monarch. Be honest, it was a genius request because what do the aliens care about some island far in the south that's upside down? Everything should be falling off of it anyway. I mean, Australia
Upside
literally
down, the Earth
defies
is
gravity.
flat.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Gravity's not real.
Yeah, like that one guy said, Australia's not real.
Fair.
Wait a minute.
So,
But I know people from Australia.
are you a figment of our imagination or some computer program?
Affirmative.
Bleep bloop.
Bleep bloop. There you go. Awesome. Thank you very much, Amron. Cool. All right. Well, that's awesome. Today was fun. Thank you guys all for coming in. But Eric needs to give us some information, not only what he's working on, but also the count. How's the count going?
Oh, count's going fine. Amy's moved up to first place, and then Alan is next, then me, then Armoron, Melissa, Mr. Motion, Elrod, Johan, Alpha Proto, Rosa, Kinma, Zach, Argos Creations, and 2 Banana Mike.
You could have been on the list, Jiminy. You missed out.
It could have been.
He could have been.
Could have made the list. We're totaling points up to announce a Artist of the Year.
That's
we
right.
can always amend and redact that list.
We can. That is
I
true.
could always add people.
I'm. There could be hanging chads. I'm pretty sure.
Yes. Hanging chads. That's hilarious.
But Amron's off to a slow start this year, but my money's still on
No,
Amron.
he's still in there. He's one of the 4 people over 300 points.
Yeah. I do love the fact that I have 0 points. Seems unfair.
You're on the list?
I imagine
Put
art
him on
every
the
week.
list.
Anyway.
We imaginarily vote for you.
That's fair. So you got anything going on here? I mean, you got some book dropping soon, don't you?
Soon? I don't know when soon. It's going to be maybe April.
Sweet.
I'm
That's
really
pretty
taking
soon.
my time. I just
That's
I
nice,
don't
though.
know about the Kickstarter or even crowdfunding anymore. It just I'm a little concerned about it launching it, but I'm still going to do it. Just we're going to wait to see how the
I buy your books.
Jiminy buys every single book. Yes, he
That's
does.
nice.
Yes, he does.
They're good
Jimmy's
books.
Yes,
awesome.
I'm just
Yeah.
holding off. I mean, we're about ready to go, but just I don't know. I'm in no hurry.
You know, I was
So.
thinking about various different things you could do as a creator, Eric, and it came to me in an epiphany, a dream.
Yeah.
And I really felt that we should see something comedic from you. And I thought a parody of Strawberry Shortcake was right up your alley.
Oh
no. Oh my gosh.
No, I don't think so.
No?
I thought about doing a Wizard of Oz Christmas book, but I don't know if I'll get that
Aw.
done this year. Based on Baum's Christmas book. But I've got other stuff I'd like to work on, but there's only one of me. You know, I don't have a staff.
Right.
Yeah,
I know that
I
feeling.
get that. Yeah.
Mm. And
Of
you
course.
have secretaries.
I have.
Yeah,
and-
yeah, you
and
have
when
secretaries.
When I write stuff, I just send it to them. I don't even have to think about it. They do all the work.
They do the writing?
No, I write it. And they do all the editing and
Oh, okay.
all the setup and
Oh,
preparation. They
no.
do all of that. I don't have to do anything.
But Eric, all you have to do is just you're gonna just have AI write the stories, and then you just draw it. That's half the work done.
Yeah, no.
Oh, well, yeah, it
that's
is.
true.
That is.
That
I
is
might as
true.
well just go 100% and have them draw it too.
Well, they
That
tell
too.
me
There
that
you go.
Grok
You-
3
all you
is
have to do is count
amazing.
your money.
Yeah, there you go.
Mhm.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh,
Easy.
Chester, I'm going to tell you, you can share my picture I posted on in the general chat, so everybody can see my senior picture from 1989. I
Okay.
do not mind.
Oh, good.
Oh no.
I like everybody gets
Let
will
me
get a
look.
good laugh. And
Aww.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
Where is it?
Oh
it's
my
in the general
It's in
goodness.
chat.
general.
It's in the general.
That is a
chat.
yellow
It once
shirt.
it was a gold shirt.
That
There
is
you
a
go.
You were
gold
the king
shirt.
of mustard.
That is
I used to love having hair.
beautiful.
You look
Just
like you would have been a background player in Strange Brew.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Let's go ahead and
I
show it
can't
off
see it.
here.
Where is it?
I think it's impressive.
I like it.
I'm looking in the wrong
If you
place.
told
Where
me
is
you
it?
played a
It's
Casio piano at a
In
so
mall, I
general,
would.
and I
80s.
think
Yeah.
Chester's streaming it.
I had the same kind of hair, very similar shade, actually.
Same little cheesy mustache.
No, I had
Yeah,
a
thank
full. I
goodness
had
you
a
didn't
full
have the big
beard.
square
Yeah,
glass.
yeah. No,
Oh wow.
dude, I've had a full beard since I was 14, man.
Oh
dear
jeez.
God.
Wow.
Yeah. And my eyes, of course, are very light blue. You know, the interesting thing, I didn't
Oh.
notice it until today, but I was looking at this picture I got of Jenifer here. Our eyes are very similar. The
Mm.
color and, the shade.
Sultry.
Very light. I have very light eyes. And therefore it's a real pain in the butt when it comes to going out in the sun, dude.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. Mine have gotten a lot lighter. They're much more hazel now than they used to be.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, they were almost coal black when I was younger. Now they're very
Always
hazel.
squinting in the sun, eh?
Yeah. No, honestly, dude,
My eyes are
I'd
pretty
say you
red
look
around
better than I
midnight.
did in high school.
Oh, thanks.
I think you look pretty. It's pretty cool, actually. It's not bad at all, man.
I think I paid extra to
Nice
have
picture.
them fix the acne that year.
Oh, did you? Oh, that's nice. See, I never had acne.
Oh, it was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, my kids didn't have acne either. I don't know. Must be a genetic
Awesome.
thing.
That's good. Yeah.
Oh, so next week,
Mhm.
I had something in mind,
Yeah.
Ooh.
but I'll give you guys an
Mhm.
option because I totally forgot about this. Daredevil launches next week, the new series. I don't know if you guys want to do Daredevil or fast food mascots.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Fast food
Okay,
mascot.
fast food mascots it is.
Yeah.
Fast food
Yeah.
mascots.
That sounds amazing.
Like the
Sounds good.
gas.
Why
Wait,
not?
I know who Elrod's
We
gonna
did the
draw.
breakfast cereal. Didn't we do breakfast cereal last time?
Yeah.
I
Fast
think we
food
had
mascot.
something for you.
That's fine.
Armoron, I expect a very busty windy.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true.
Oh,
That is
no.
true.
Oh, no.
Although it would be really great if we saw someone do Kamala Harris as Hamburglar.
Oh, my God.
And it has to be tattooed on Harry Sisson.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh,
That's
that'd be
fair.
hilarious. Yeah.
That should be. Yeah. Of course. What do you got though? You got Jack, of course. You have all the
Yeah,
Burger King,
Burger
McDonald's stuff,
King.
but of course Burger King.
Mhm. Lots of McDonald's
Duke
characters.
of Dallas.
Does Five Guys have any mascots?
Not that I know of.
Probably
Five
five
Guys.
of them.
Taco Bell, Chihuahua.
Could always make it up.
True.
You
Caesar's
you
just
got
got a
Burger
little.
King,
Hi.
McDonald's, Jack in the Box. You got Wendy's, of course. I mean, you can even go as far back as well. You can do whatever you
Taco
want,
Bell.
actually.
We got
All the McDonald's
Caesars.
characters.
Big
Aldi.
boy.
Yeah, Little Caesars. That's fast food. You got
Sure.
Burger
Who
Chef.
had the Noid? Who did the Noid?
Pepsi.
Oh,
Domino's.
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 Was it
Domino's. Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pepsi had Spot.
Yeah.
No, that was
Or
Taco,
7 Up. That
Taco
was
Bell
7
had
Up.
a
That's so
Chihuahua.
easy to do.
Oh yeah. Oh, Alan's going to do
Oh,
a
that's
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
Spud McKenzie. What was he for?
Beer.
Budweiser.
Budweiser.
That's
Budweiser.
Budweiser.
All right.
That's
Yeah.
fast food.
Until
Yeah,
he was
fair.
electrocuted in the swimming pool.
Aw.
Did anybody ever?
Hmm?
Oh, Burger King's the Whopperettes. That is.
Oh, it's a creepy king.
Yeah.
It's a
King.
Creepy
he's
King.
super creepy.
He's
Yeah.
a creepy king.
He did.
Cool.
Zach did an amazing Burger King. Actually, it was really good years and years.
Quiznos had that weird, creepy moon.
Oh,
puppy
yeah,
that
Mac
we
Yeah,
had
yeah,
one
Mac.
yeah,
year.
yeah. That's right.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
That was kind
Mac
of
Daddy, that was
cool.
Yeah, and of course, the best of all fast food mascots, of course, would be Subway's Jared.
Oh,
Hey,
no.
That's a lot too scary.
Oh.
Where did
Release
my
the Jared list.
Yes, release the
Oh,
Jared.
I
Jared
bet you he's
getting
on
a
the
foot.
list.
Jared getting a foot long in prison.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
fair enough.
Oh,
Stop.
I bet
Anyway.
he's on the list. I bet you he is.
Yeah, I bet he is
Probably
on that.
is, yeah.
It's weird, yeah. I don't really know the Epstein situation, I guess, because I thought the Epstein thing was a very recent thing. You guys, but the way you're talking, it's like 90s or something.
It's been going.
2006?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I
Chester,
didn't know
It used
that.
to be known as.
I bet this thing's been
It
going
used to be.
longer than any of
go
us
ahead.
have been alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
probably
I'm gonna have to find that one.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know.
It used to be known as.
Yeah.
Lolita Island. Sorry.
Oh,
Jeff Posse's
well,
pretty
fair
old.
enough. No, I've heard that term. I just thought it was a very recent thing. I didn't think it was something
Yeah,
from
no.
the 80s and 90s. I didn't know.
I would say
Right.
at least the 90s.
Yeah, I mean Epstein particularly, right? I
Right.
thought it was
Mm,
more
in
recent,
particular.
but whatever. They're all a bunch of assholes anyway.
Mm.
You know, burn in hell, baby. Jeff, take us out of here,
That's what
man.
he took over from Captain Kangaroo.
Now, don't you even implicate Captain Kangaroo.
No, he's pure.
Okay,
Exactly.
before we jump down Captain Kangaroo here, buy my books.
Yay!
My next book comes out on the 3rd, The Revenant and the Cult, Book 2, The Terror and the Witchwood, and you can get it on Amazon. Well, you can get it anywhere. But I will also say that if you have a Spotify premium membership, because I always put out an audiobook, you have access to all my audiobooks with the Spotify premium membership. And because my books don't go like 25 hours, you can literally read 3 of my books in a month with your Amazon or not Amazon, your Spotify premium membership.
Oh,
And
nice.
not have to like spend half of it on just one book.
That's good.
Right.
So, anyways, but the audio and
Excellent.
the audible version should show up on the 3rd, but that's Audible.
Great.
because Audible is
Better?
anyways. No, they are
Worse.
not.
Okay.
Anyways,
What's the best one?
and I'm kind of partial to Spotify myself, but
Okay.
whatever.
Never used it.
Really, yeah. Well, apparently a lot of people in Australia and New Zealand do.
Awesome.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Nice.
Because it's where they're listening to my book. So, and
That's-
namaste.
Namaste.
Stay.
Later, everybody.
Night.
Bye.
Eat vegetables. Stay in trouble.
Goodbye.
Oh, you love it.
Absolutely.